welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Dalitha. I am Travis, and this is Monday. That means it's time for Monday Night Raw. Anyways, it's going to be part of the draft. I think the only teams that are the people that really change sides are the same, right? Are they? I don't think there was anybody else. Did you see up there?
No, not that I saw. I didn't see anybody different, I guess. The protected picks they're showing, of course, are all the champions. So there you go.
Adam Pac-Man Pierce.
Look, JBL's back there with him.
Yeah, they were in the war.
That's funny.
Who's that creepy girl? Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw her.
She looked like death.
Stop. Let's see. Sorry, everybody. Hey, everybody in the chat. We've got Walter in the chat. Sophie is in the chat. Robert Warney's with us. Picola's out there and Ever Blessed. Hey, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Looks like CM Drunk can get drafted tonight.
Can. Anyways, Walter said, hey, Travis. Hi, Daphne. Raw tonight. Good. More draft. Walter also says, okay, at 9 I'm going. I'll be here Wednesday, 8 p.m. for AEW after bingo. I'm not going to be here Friday. I'm going to see a movie. Sophie says, hi, people.
Hello, people.
And Robert says, hey, what's up, y'all? Not much. How are you doing? Pico says, ew, is that Mahomes? Yes.
Yeah, the Muppet.
That was the Muppet. Pico also said, welcome in, Gabbers. Everblessed says, what's up, Gab family? What's up, Walter and Sophie? Pico says, welcome back to you. Thanks. Tyler, our main event, is in the chat, says, I saw Slipknot at Sick New World on the 27th. I got to see them here in Columbus at Sonic Temple on May 19th. Nice, man. Well, this says Becky Lynch promo. Everblessed says Braun is returning tonight. And Robert says, I'm great. Just got off work. Wow. Well, just in time to watch Raw on the second night of the draft. Oh, no.
How Liv was still in that match, I have no idea. But obviously the booking.
Yeah. That's what they wanted.
They probably want Liv to beat Becky to put Liv over.
And it won't work because she's lame. They're just showing highlights, guys, of what happened with Becky Lynch last Monday of winning out of that ladies, what was it called? A Rumble? Battle Royal that they had. Becky was the winner of it. She is the new women's champion on Raw.
Thank God.
Walter says, so WWE Backlash is an afternoon pay-per-view. Good, early.
Yeah, get out. Get in, get out.
Everblessed says, I would love to see a random pop of Braun Strowman and Fightful, said Uncle Howdy is backstage. Vindicator is in the chat tonight for probably a few. Says, all right, guys, how's it going? Yeah, I made it begrudgingly, lol. Now let's see if this sham of a draft will actually be worth anyone's time tonight. Odds are saying no chance in hell. Nah, probably not.
You've got.
We have Rob McLaren in the chat for a minute. Hey, Rob, good to see you tonight, hun. Says, hey, Travis, indeed, good day to you both. Woo! Giving us some old Ric Flair.
Woo! As he should. Did you watch the draft on Friday? Not that it changed anything. I think only 2 people changed.
Yeah.
Ron Breaker went to Raw and Nia Jax went to SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that's it.
Jimmy Chunga's in the chat's like, Becky, sleeping, snooze. Everblessed says, I wonder if Bo Dallas could breathe in that mask.
Don't know. Is he going to wrestle in it? It's just weird that they're even doing it.
She's like, I had a baby and then I had to work 2 years to get back to having this championship. Well, it says Liv Morgan coming to the ring. Oh, no. Rob wants you to fix your mic or phone.
Since it's on the floor. That would probably do it.
Is that why you couldn't hear him? Like, where are you?
I guess it popped off.
Vindicator says the appearance by the
That would make
blonde girl
sense.
in black shorts will easily be the best moment of the night.
Probably. Is she in shorts and not a skirt? But we know Becky will give the belt up to almost anybody. She lost to that girl in NXT that nobody's ever heard of.
Yeah.
So there's, I mean, a huge possibility she'll just hand it over to Liv.
Sophie says, welcome back, D. Netflix ordered a live-action Scooby-Doo TV series. And Walter says, Daphne, Mike, and Travis. I have my mic on me.
Is it going to be a cartoon? Or will it be a silly thing? Like when Buffy the Vampire Slayer was on it.
Right?
What are you doing?
I was just saying if my mic worked. Walter's saying my mic is having a problem.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I have it on.
Yeah, I can see it.
So,
Hello, hello. I mean, I could turn it way up. It's way low. I don't know why our mics are so low.
we could
Is that better?
Sorry. Watch your ears, everybody. We turned up the microphones just in case. La la la.
La 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 la.
Walter says, oh, okay. Piccolo says,
What are they chanting?
half the time.
Why'd she have tape over her nipples? Nobody wants to see her boobs. They're tiny. It's like looking at a 12-year-old boy with his shirt off. No thanks.
Piccolo says, half the time chat be trolling. Roll with it. Walter's like, I want a cat fight. Cat fight. And Chris, we've got it. Is it going to happen? Is that the one? There you go, Piccolo. I mean, Walter. Chris Akane's in the chat. Hey, Chris says Liv and Becky looking incredible tonight. Quentin Mitchell's in the chat, says Darby Allin got hit by a bus, but he's doing okay. Yeah, we saw that.
He's a doofus.
Yeah, he broke his leg or whatever.
He did?
Well, his ankle or whatever
yeah.
it was during that last match he did.
Yeah.
Right? And then he saw, like, just hanging out in New York, a broken leg on crutches, get hit by a bus.
The universe is talking to him.
Rog McLaren's good. What?
She
Mike,
might be
listen
the worst
here,
promo there is. It's so hard to listen.
I know, I don't like listening to her.
Unless I have
I make fun of her all the time.
everything.
Guys get mad at me. I sound like crybaby. I'm such a crybaby.
Wish she looks good.
Walter says it's better. Sophie says hopefully tonight's draft night has more unpredictability than Friday night. It won't. Brandon Stevens is in the chat. Brandon says Brandon Stevens is here. Nice, man. Third person talking is great. Chris says those X's on her tits would be great if her shirt was off like Sable. Or if she actually had tits, that might be good.
Yeah, she'd have to have boobs first.
Walter,
She's like a 12-year-old boy.
Walter says, okay, so Darby Allin is out from AEW. I hope he gets better. I don't know if he's out. He just...
Oh, he's definitely out.
He's out
He
for
has
a while.
Hurt ankle or whatever it was. He broke his leg or
But
something.
he's not, like, not in AEW. He's just not working. Walter says, okay, that, and Everbless says, if I had on that mask, I wouldn't have my face on face ever where I go. I don't know how the fuck Bo could breathe in the mask. Like, it's so shitty.
Maybe he's got an oxygen tank.
Brandon says, Brandon Stevens married Chelsea Green.
Why is she even here? Didn't she get drafted to SmackDown?
Oh, those poor kids. Ah, she's so mean.
Why would you be champion? So you're saying Becky would have got drafted over to SmackDown?
Piccolo says, is that for real, Quentin? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Piccolo. It's all over his Instagram. Like, yeah, he really literally got hit by a bus. He has a broken nose.
I don't think he got hit by a bus going like 35 miles an hour. But...
Yeah, but he did get hit by a bus.
Right. And who knows? He might have hit the bus. I've seen that happen before.
I was telling Travis, I was like, what's funny is that he does all those daredevil stunts in his free time of his own life and stuff on wrestling. Hasn't gotten hurt in years, right? On his own property, doing his own weird shit. Gets hurt in his last match with Sting, right? And then he gets hit by a fucking bus. Gets a broken nose. His face was gross. Chris says, damn, the crowd is dead. Well, they're in St. Louis.
Well, they're booing the shit out of, what's her name? They're not in St. Louis.
Oh, they're not? Okay.
Kansas City.
Oh, they're in Kansas City. My bad. It's not the same place.
They're on the other side of the state.
I'm kidding. Oh, no. Liv. Thinking she's so cool.
But she's a SmackDowner. Ugh. Why would they already screw up their stuff? She can't win. It wouldn't even make sense. So Liv wins. So they're like, hey, Rhea, when you come back, we're going to have you dominate. You're even going to beat Becky. But then it's all downhill after that.
Right? Like you get nothing. Nothing. You paying attention to that, Kat? Nothing. Your neck looks disgusting.
So huge. Except for it has Ricochet in it and somebody else. Is that Andrade?
I didn't even see it, so I can't even tell.
Hey, look. It's the old Steph. So, did they like... This is going to sound mean, but it's truth. So, sometimes truth is mean. So, after Vince gets all these allegations for sleeping with all these different women, and did they get like an ugly girl on purpose to work in the back? Is everybody ugly kind of now in the back? They're like, oh fuck, Vince might show up. We gotta get just homely girls all over the place.
Or maybe they have to do that so that Triple H doesn't continue in his ways. Oh wait, he does it with the wrestlers. My bad.
Yeah, that's.
He picks the ugly ones.
I mean,
anyways.
They get ugly wrestlers more than they used to back in the good old days, but there's still some pretty ones. It's funny because Vince didn't use women ever until, and when I say ever, I mean like once every blue moon. I remember like you would see a woman wrestler. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why is there a woman wrestler? Like that's how rare it was growing up. And Vince is like, even on WCW, they didn't use women. They actually just used Nitro girls, so they had like a cheerleading squad. Mm-hmm. And the WWF used what they called valets. They were called the Fedorettes in the 80s, but very rarely did you even see them. They were kind of like at live events and stuff. But then, once the Attitude Era went, and he couldn't win. Like, he couldn't win the ratings. Vince was having a hard time.
Right.
And it was a real war. He then went to sex. And that's where the women came from. So you got, like, Sable, and then obviously the other ones that followed, Miss Jackie, and so on and so forth.
Right.
But then they would just get, like, these pretty women. Obviously had very little talent other than being naked. And then they do mud wrestling. And, like, Dawn Marie, she just pull her tits out. Like, who cares? There was another girl that literally just took her shirt off live on TV, and they're like, you can't do that. Like, she's like, I don't give a fuck.
Like, there you go.
Sue me. You know, like. But I don't remember her name, but she had, like, a white shirt on. She just took her shirt off. I'd never seen her before in my life.
That's funny. Did you ever see her again?
No, I don't remember.
Like, she was just a one-time thing?
Well, my thing is I only watched WWF if the women were on. So, I mean, obviously it worked, their thing. Because I was at the age that they were aiming for.
Right.
And, 18 to 25 or whatever. And so you would watch it, and then I would, like, just flip over there, and then it would just be, like, somebody like Shawn Michaels or somebody, I would be like, yeah, no. I'd flip it back. And then I'd flip back over, I'd be like, hey, when are the women coming out? And they were always last. They were always like the main event.
The
And
end.
yeah, and it was
That's
always
funny.
something, like bra and panty matches.
Right.
And
yeah.
the King, and I always hated the King. I actually started appreciating the King in like the teens, like 12, 13, 14. But I didn't like him because he was in the WWF, and WWF was garbage in the 90s.
Right.
In the late 90s, to me. And so that's what my thing was, is I just watch the women, like, ooh, they're pretty. But
nice.
they stopped doing that, and then they started to try to get like little things like China. They tried to make her a champion in the men's division, little shit like that, which just pushed me away. But so now people talk about China, and I'm like, I can honestly say I've never seen China wrestle, but
Yeah.
I know she beat dudes. Like, obviously it's booked that way, but it's kind of weird. It's embarrassing. It's a black guy in the WWF's history. Hey, there's Bronson. Double XL.
Let's see. So,
No.
Walter said earlier, are you guys going live this Saturday? I will be here.
Yes.
Chris says they are generic reactions. EWE Networks in the chat says, hey.
Hello.
Sophie says the rosters take full
7-8.
effect starting next Monday. Quentin says Dasha from AEW got released. She was the Collision ring announcer, and now the ROH ring announcer is taking over. Walter says Jey Uso at Raw. Dasha from AEW.
Yeah,
got
I know
released.
who
She
you're
was the
talking about, I
Collision
think. Did she
ring
have, like,
announcer.
big hair? But I could be thinking of NXT, too. I might not know who that is. Stephanie with her iconic boobs.
Her looking kind of droopy, iconic boobs.
They're not droopy. They're fake. They can't be droopy, can they?
Yes, I can.
Fake boobs can droop.
Yes.
So Gunther goes number 1. Oh, Imperium. That makes the most sense. By the way, I don't have my list, so it's weird. Because I'm charging my phone.
Oh.
But this is great. And then you're also going to get, what's his name? Hermie. So Hermie will join them too, I would assume. Might not happen now. So she's going to do SmackDown's pick 2? Storm. Oh, there you go. So they took the women first over on SmackDown. So Jade Cargill goes to SmackDown.
That guy's like, my computer's not working.
So, of course, she deserves to be number 1 because...
Anyway, did you see that? She's a Division I NCAA basketball player.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
that's funny.
That's kind of cool.
I wonder if she was with Lash Legend.
Hey, Loki, let's not put that in the chat, buddy.
Whoa,
That's
whoa,
not cool, man.
What was it?
I'm not saying it. Ew, dude. I know better.
No.
That's a big fat no.
So Damage Control goes to Raw. That's
Piccolo,
new.
where are you?
That's new. Damage Control to Raw is new. So basically the Riff Raff and Asuka and Io Sky come to Raw.
Yeah.
Huh, Kevin Owens, a first-round pick, huh? Is there really no good talent in this draft?
I didn't see the whole, I didn't really get, a good picture of the people. They did a whole picture.
I mean, to have Jade and Kevin go in your first round, that's, not a great pick.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they don't have futures or any of that stuff or whatever. I'm just saying, what the fuck? There's really no one else? I mean, I get that the champions are gone, but there's got to be somebody.
Sophie says the rosters take full effect starting next Monday. Quentin says the Dasha one. Walter says Jay Uso at Raw. Stephanie McMahon. Pico says no. LOL. Vindicator had said, I don't like seeing Liv against Nia again. Would rather see Liv versus Chelsea. Something fresh and unexpected. But same old with the company.
Of course we want to see that match, Ben.
Right. Chris says, oh shit, Steph in the house. Walter says, okay, Steph. Chris said Ricochet became the speed champion. Pico says, I may be distracted by NBA playoffs. Chris says, people saying the speed title looks like Impact World title. And Vindicator says, companies should be renamed WNE, World of Non-Sequential Entertainment.
So is Gunther actually
Non-central.
wrestling here?
I don't know.
Oh, that's what they're doing. You see what they're doing, everybody? Da Vinci is going to get with Hermie, and they're going to have those...
Right.
Da Vinci's terrible. Why would you do that? It would be so much better if it was Ludwig.
Ew, don't do that to him. How horrible.
They look the same.
Oh
They
my
could be
God,
brothers.
I don't want him to be brothers. Ew.
He looks like Hermie, but
I
he could
know.
be Hermie's big elf brother.
Bale brother.
Because he's huge. He's like 6'5", 6'6", maybe.
EWE says, how come we don't get the Hooters storyline? Pickle says, let me know when draft shenanigans are happening. Chris says, yep, and Steph knew, and now she's on live TV. The crowd is going to boo her. Chris says Triple H has them on their knees, man. That was from our earlier conversations. Eavin is in the chat, though, said, fuck, well, of course. Sophie says, expect a lot more brand switching tonight compared to Fridays. And Vin says, Piccolo, I think Boston versus Miami will be another blowout tonight. Piccolo says, Steph is here. Vindicator says, so Vince is gone. Now all of a sudden, Steph wants to show her face. Give me a break, bitch.
It's all good.
Then Vindicator says, wow, how exciting. More people stay on the same show. A sham, just like I said. Chris is like, fuck yeah, Gunther stays on Raw, so he's not facing Cody. Piccolo says China was in feuds with Jericho, Jeff Jarrett, and Eddie Guerrero before she aligned with him.
I know. It's an embarrassment. It is. Like, to those guys, it's embarrassing. Like, can you imagine wrestling a woman in a wrestling match?
Vindicator says, I think I'll be here another hour or so, guys. Then I'm leaving. This is a waste of my time.
No.
Ours, too. Chris says, Jade to SmackDown. And, of course,
Jade,
Lippy's in the chat.
wasn't Jade on SmackDown?
I thought she was already had signed with him when she first came
Kevin
up.
Owens was already there, so the only one that changed so far is Kabuki's.
Yeah.
So you might want to just, like, put a star or something. I don't know, just so we know. Poor Woods.
Poor Woods. Peacole's like, I'm trying to hold it down. I know. You're trying to do 500 things. I get it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Chris says, okay, well, on their accomplishment, they acknowledge that KO didn't main event Mania, but it does say main evented Mania Saturday is what it said. So technically, it wasn't a main event.
Well, we know it's not a main event, but that's funny.
Chris says, they use participation trophy wording, but they used. Pico says, thanks for the civilized folks in here, right? Sophie says, I think there's a problem with holding a draft before a pay-per-view. Pico says, that won't be much better.
Or just put the damn draft as a premium live event.
Sophie says, so far, only one brand switch. I thought Gunther was going to get drafted to SmackDown. Vindicator says, Travis, how crazy would it be if they decide to have Becky versus Io for the title at the pay-per-view? LOL.
It'd be cool. It's too early, but it would be pretty cool. Definitely going to be watching track and field this year. I'm looking forward to that.
Piccola says, oh, Vinci and Hermie tagging won't be much better.
No, but you can almost see it kind of happening. We'll see what happens in this match if Da Vinci decides to interfere. I don't know why he would, but good song. Yeah, I think Boston is going to win that series for sure. Although the Heat were pretty damn good last year. I mean, they were in the finals.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the same team returning or close to the same team returning. But Boston was really good last year, too, and probably should have won it. But they shoot a lot of threes. And so I would assume if you go cold, you're not going to win. Like, you can't make a shot. And I don't know if that's what happened with Boston last year, but I did watch the finals last year. That's the first time I've watched the finals in I can't even tell you how long. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe it was when LeBron was in Miami. Was the last time I watched the finals.
Wow, that's funny.
And that was a long time. I'm taking my talents to
Chris,
Miami.
Chris, right.
That's what he said. I'm taking my talents to Miami. He had a press conference.
He did that? He said that?
It was an ESPN special.
Oh my God.
And it was him in a chair by himself. He said, I am taking my talents to South Beach.
Did it work out for him?
Yeah, he won a championship.
Oh, okay.
He might have won too. I can't remember, but it was him and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. They put together a super team.
Oh.
Which should have been illegal, but the NBA allowed it, so whatever.
Chris says Kaiser needs to have gone to SmackDown and deliver drip promos alongside his girl Tiffany Stratton. Did Tiffany?
It's Tiffy time.
Isn't she tonight?
She should be tonight. She
Okay.
should have already got drafted.
Yeah.
I mean, is Tiffany better than Jade?
Yes.
I think so.
As a wrestler, yeah.
Right now?
Yes.
I'm looking at what they've done. Like, what have you done?
Exactly.
Now, granted, if you're looking at draft picks as what they're going to do, like they do in every other sport, but this sport isn't that. You're going to draft again next year. If you could redraft every year, trust me, the first pick would be a lot different in sports.
Pickle says Miami's big dog Jimmy Butler is out in death this series.
Oh, well then, if he's out, then it's over.
Pickle says 14 years ago, and I like Miami.
Him?
Back
Jimmy
then,
Butler?
before LeBron ruined that.
Do you remember Jimmy Butler?
I don't.
Do you remember Office Christmas Party?
Oh, okay. The
And
guy she brought. Okay.
That's Jimmy Butler.
Nice. Go for it, Gunther.
He played for the
Kill him.
Chicago Bulls at that time. But now he's in Miami. And he was in the finals last year. And he's really good. He basically carried Miami in those playoffs single-handedly. Obviously, he had teammates, but you know what I mean. But Denver's a hard team to beat. Did Denver beat the Lakers finally? I know they lost on Saturday. The Lakers won on Saturday. I can just turn it on, I guess.
Chris says if Kaiser was okay with it, I would pair up LA Knight and Tiffany because their characters work for each other, especially when Knight was a heel. They could be like a movie star team.
First of all, I wouldn't ask him, and I wouldn't care.
Why would it matter if
business.
he was okay with it, Chris?
I'm just saying, it's none of his business. Oh, there's a glitch. Did you see it?
Yeah. Rally says, hi, D. Travis, chat. Hi, Rally. Good to see you tonight. Pico says, Les Bum Shams. Chris says, oh shit, Uncle Glitch in front of Gunther. Rally says, I hope this draft better than night one NXT call-ups. There probably aren't going to be that many.
I bet you Hermie shows up.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be a couple, but there's not going to be like a ton. And it's going to be the same as night one. Nobody's really going to go anywhere different. Pico says, Game 5 of Nuggets Lakers is tonight. Robbie's.
I had to do the math in my head.
Oh.
I was like, did they win twice?
Math? Robbie's in the chat. Hey, Robbie says, what you frauds saying? We're talking about stuff.
We're talking about NBA, WNBA, because of Caitlin Clark.
Sophie says,
I just made that up literally on the fly.
Sophie says, what worst about the Cameron Grimes release? Like a week earlier, they told him he is a WWE lifer, that his job is secured.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, he must have done something stupid, and that's why he's gone.
I know what he did that was stupid. He can't fucking wrestle. And nobody wants to see him. Like, you can't hold on to people that are trash.
You think Triple H is learning Vince tactics
Well,
finally?
he will. It'll come when people in the crowd's like this. Like when Io Sky came out at WrestleMania and they're all like,
ugh.
Do you know who that is? To their friends, they're like, no, nobody knows.
Somehow she's a champion, though.
Dakota comes out, they're like, she's kind of pretty. Like, do you know who she is?
Right.
No. Just Bailey.
Yeah.
That's why they're Bailey and the Riff Raff.
Chris says, yeah, it doesn't matter, but you know how these guys are insecure and soft these days and have to ask permission.
Well.
Okay, well, the women don't have to ask permission. It's none of his business. I mean, granted, like, If they were married, it would probably be a discussion. But if they were married, they'd be on the same brand no matter what. One thing that Triple H is doing that they started doing the last few years was keeping families together. Like, if you're with somebody, they try to keep you on the same brand. So you're hoping that you never have a falling out.
Well,
somebody will get either fired or moved.
It depends on the following out. As long
That's
as
what I mean. Like,
cordial.
either you're getting fired or moved to the other brand or downgraded.
Right.
One of those is going to happen. But they're not married, so.
Don't get the cops called on you.
But they keep they keep what's her face, Semanity around for Ricochet. Ricochet, so they've been on the same brand
Look
for
at this.
a while
Woods
now.
has got a broken leg now.
Oh no, his leg's broken.
He's all tied up.
How is the ref helping? He doesn't seem like he's helping very well.
He doesn't know how to do it.
He's like,
oh, he slapped it. That'll do it.
Oh no. He's like, my Achilles.
Oh no. He exposed his leg.
Gross.
You don't want him exposing himself.
That's nasty.
Well, they went to commercial.
Rally says AEW signed a free agent tonight, Camille. Not sure if you've heard of her, former NWA Women's Champ. She's 5'10", same height as Charlotte Flair.
What did I just...
They have a good women's roster now, AEW. What was it that you were talking about, Camille
I showed
Brickhouse?
you a picture of her yesterday.
Yes.
Or the day before.
Yes.
And I was like, well, I hope she goes to WWE. But AEW is fine.
She won't be used in either one, so it doesn't really matter.
She's different. She's like a Jade Cargill type.
Mm-hmm.
So if they do it right, she will definitely be a champion. But they're, again, trying to tell Triple H to do things right in AEW is like pulling teeth out of a rhinoceros. Go pull a hippo's tooth out.
Right.
It's kind of a fun little song.
I don't know who sings that.
I don't know.
Anyways, Rally says, pity it's booked crap by Tony Khan, my opinion.
That guy blocked the shot through the hoop.
God, that's funny.
Which is illegal.
Oops.
Obviously counts as 2 points.
Quentin says Bayley got to be smiling right now because her former members of her faction, Damage Control, drafted to Raw. And speaking, Damage Control is Kai's the new leader. Yes, Quentin, that's true.
Awesome.
Chris says, yeah, tonight the crowd is dead and giving them generic reactions. They probably are just waiting to see that Muppet boy come out so they could get excited.
Is the Muppet going to show? He will. He'll show up with Paul probably.
He's got to. Yeah, I'm sure.
He'll come out and start talking like a Muppet too.
It's like
his voice is all like, well, and it's groggly. Like he's been screaming the whole time. I'm Kermit the Frog.
Oh, Kermit.
That's how he's. It's Kermit. The first time I seen him, I'm like, he looks like a Muppet. Sounds like a Muppet. And then I brought it up, and then like a year later, everybody was calling him a Muppet. And I'm like, fuck, I can't use it anymore.
Because now everybody says
he's
a Muppet.
Shit. But he fucking looked like a Muppet. He talks like a Muppet. The dude is a living Muppet.
Do you really seriously think somebody has their hand up his ass?
I don't know.
I think so.
I would say no, but he could be an AI or something. Hey, look, it's Caitlin Clark.
Chris Akane says, yeah, tonight the crowd is... Oh, I read that. Piccolo says, I liked him when he was even before he joined NXT. It's pretty garbage how you have to conform into the sports entertainment style. Then after 5 years and on creative, that has nothing for you. You could be moved to Dee's fave show main event, Ravi said. And Piccolo says, I believe it's like I changed you, but I'm going to DM this new guy, so... Feels like telling AEW marks how TK can do no wrong. I'm not sure who Piccolo was talking about. Do you? I liked him when he was even before he joined NXT. Who was it he liked? Cameron Grimes, maybe? No?
Probably.
I don't know.
I mean, that's somebody we were talking about.
Let's see. Pico's like telling AEW marks how TK can do no wrong. Rally says, nice to see Stephanie McMahon. Pity she's been on WWE TV more than Nikki Cross. Give her a chance, Triple H. Jeez, come on.
Nikki Cross is still around? I forgot that name.
Pico was talking about Cameron Grimes. Okay. Like, so his, like, little gimmick, the money gimmick he had in NXT was okay. And it kind of worked for him and stuff, but, like, I don't know. I feel like he wasn't willing to, how would you say, evolve? Like, or he couldn't evolve or something. But
My thing is I would rather have them come up to me like they did John Cena and say, look, we're going to release you in November. You kind of suck. So they told John Cena.
Oh, shit. Well.
And he's like, well, I guess I have a job till November.
I better find something else to do.
No, like he didn't think about it, right? And so they're on the bus, and they're heading back, and Rey Mysterio and some of the veterans are in the back, and they're singing, rapping. And John Cena's like, oh, I can do that. So he goes and starts freestyling.
Mm-hmm.
And then Stephanie hears it, and she's like, well, you know, how do you practice that? How do you know what you're going to say? And he's like, it's freestyle. You just make it up on the spot. And she's like, can you do that out there?
Right.
And he's like, yeah. And so that's when he came out, and he was, you know, the Thugonomics or whatever it was.
Yeah.
16-time world champion. You know what I mean? Like,
well, he was all like, oh, I'm a thug, and all that stuff, and then he became like the Connor's kid guy.
Right.
I make everybody's
Connor's
dreams
kid
come
is
true.
Daniel Bryan, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Well, he goes and does all those.
Make-A-Wish.
Make-A-Wish, that's the one, sorry. Brain sorry, we haven't had any food today. I have no idea what's going on. You're lucky I know my own name. Sure, that's it.
Daphne or Pepper. Why is this match lasting so long? Not only is it's Gunther against Woods, who's terrible, he's hurt.
He's trying to say how strong he is with that broken leg. He's so much better because he's never been a singles wrestler ever in his entire career. But somehow he's really good.
Oh, they were singles wrestlers. All of them were until they joined New Day.
Well, he wasn't very good enough to make an impression that I know.
Like Big E, do you remember his name?
Yeah, it was Biggie Langston.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't really change that much. Neither did Kofi's. Sophie says, Drew re-signed with the WWE announced by The Rock. Do you think they will break up the New Day in the draft tonight?
No.
No.
They don't break up tag teams in the draft.
Never. Give me a towel.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I can do what he says. Oh, no. He threw it to the crowd.
Like somebody wants a dirty-ass towel.
I think it was kind of clean, unless somebody used it for a second.
Why is Michael Cole acting like this is a good match?
Well, he has to bring the excitement. He probably got told in his ear that he wasn't giving enough entertainment.
Look at the crowd.
It's like the crowd is not going for it. You need to be more excited so that people at home don't notice.
Hey, you guys that have been there before.
Xavier Woods tapped. What a bitch.
You guys that have been to live events. I've been to live events, and I don't remember them doing play-by-play. Can you hear the ring announcers when they're talking?
Yeah.
Because when I went, they didn't have any. I'm like 99% sure it was a house show.
Yeah, Chris, tell us the answer. I'm pretty sure he's been to one. I don't know anybody else in the chat right now who has.
Sophie here.
Oh, yeah, Sophie went. Yeah, Sophie, tell us. Tell us the answers. Walter's like, Gunther won, boo. And Vindicator's like, wait, did Gunther win a match? Don't think anyone saw that coming. Pickle says, actually, back in the 2000s, they broke Devin and Bubba Ray.
They what them?
They broke them up. Bubba and
In the old days, they used to draft tag teams as individuals.
Robbie says, Woods with no legs left, LOL. Sophie says 2 out of the 3 members of the New Day have been WWE champions. Walter says, okay, more drafts still to come. Sophie says, I miss the old days where the picks seem random. Pickle's like, no. Everbless says, my TV just glitched on the bottom of the screen says, come with me. Didn't hear no audio.
Us?
No. It's supposedly a glitch and no audio stuff or something.
Oh.
Anyways, Piccolo says, never been to a Raw or SmackDown. Sophie says, when you are at a Raw, SmackDown, or pay-per-view, you don't hear the commentators.
That's what I thought.
And Robbie says, Dee acting like she wouldn't tap with that half craft. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
He called it a craft. What a weirdo. Walter says, Uncle Howdy is doing messages on Raw. Cool. Where are they? I didn't see them.
They were during the Gunther match. So Chucky's a human now?
I don't know. Maybe.
It was kind of nice just watching the previews for the next episode. Because you kind of get an idea of what they did with the series. You don't have to watch it.
Sure. You could just be like, and done. Thanks.
I don't want to watch a show where a doll ages.
It's kind of weird. I don't know how he could, right?
They're not built that way.
Well, and it's just like a dead soul of a serial killer.
No, that guy made them.
Sure.
That's what he just said.
Oh, he made the dolls. Sophie says, when you are at when you are at a live event, you hear the crowd differently when you see it on TV. Robbie says, any decent action tonight? What do you consider decent?
Yeah, there's going to be some good action. Got Liv Morgan later on going up against Nia Jax. You're going to see the Muppet, the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, going one-on-one with no one because he's not going to wrestle. But he's going to come out with Logan Paul because Logan's so cool.
Vindicator says, I believe Uncle Travis was never a fan of Uncle Howdy.
No, I just didn't like Bray Wyatt when he did all that weird stuff.
I feel like it's a...
I just like the Wyatt family. I was done. That's good enough for me.
Right. Sophie says in one of the drafts they broke up JBL and Ron Simmons.
Yeah. Damn.
Robbie says, LOD, how's your mate Ricochet? How would I know, dude?
He's champion.
He's your
He won
guy.
the speed championship. He's the greatest speed taker in the world.
Do you have hair loss? Comb it over. Wear a hat. Get a different haircut.
He needs to go to AEW immediately and defend it up against Dante Martin.
Right?
They can have a speed test.
Flippity flops. Robbie wants to know, Travis, do you think they had some picks planned for months?
No, I don't. I think they just know who they want to put on each brand. And that's why the champions are protected. And that's why they kept the titles on certain ones. After looking at it, I'm like, that's why Logan was kept champion. Is so that he wouldn't get drafted.
Yep.
Like little things like that. I was already thinking about that. So no, I mean, they have an idea where they want to keep people for the next year and stuff. But that's why the draft order doesn't matter. That's why I said it would just be way cooler if executives did it.
Well, that, and I just think it's weird that fucking Rhea Ripley isn't anywhere in the drafting.
Nobody cares about Rhea, sweetie.
I just think it's weird. Like, well, weird. Picola says, yeah, they repackaged JBL. He wasn't the New York Tycoon yet.
Ding, 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 ding.
Vindicator says, WWE officially has too many belts that don't matter.
Well, now they have
That's
the
the same as any other wrestling that I've seen so far, Vin. The other promotion just gives them his participation trophies on a daily basis. So there you go. They're kind of the same thing. Robbie's like, Liv Morgan versus Nia. That's one for ages. Yeah, all over the place again and again. Is that your birthday?
It's from your dad.
Dad?
Christmas.
Christmas.
Hey, there he is. The Muppet.
Hey, look, it's Muppet Boy. Oh, that's not Muppet.
Why are they talking about it?
Probably because that Dum Dum's there and they're in Kansas City.
A mass shooting. It was a mass shooting.
It's so funny how they define it in other countries that when it happens.
Hey, look, he's got one of those new football helmets on.
That it's just weird. That was quick.
Earlier tonight. Well, good for them. That's some big boys. They have the same teeth, the lady behind him and her and him. Just see.
No, I wasn't.
Like angle out.
Oh, gee. Piccola says, so FX showed a preview of a new limited series about former Clippers owner Donald Sterling. He was the old bozo who said racist remarks about Magic Johnson, yet had a 20-something-year-old black girlfriend acquaintance, Honey Hole.
Yeah,
It's usually the ones, but
they railroaded him. They're like, you have to sell your team. And he had to. Like, he fought it for a minute, but then he just got rid of it.
Yeah, that's pretty sick and sad. Some guy named I Show Speed.
Speed?
I Show Speed.
I Show Speed?
Yeah.
He's not very tall.
I don't know who he is. Some
He's got
guy.
a hockey player on his shirt.
He's just some guy hanging out with Logan Paul.
Maybe he's a YouTuber.
So they're out there with their prime, right? Have you heard all the allegations of their prime drink and like the bad
Patrick
shit?
Mahomes right there.
Bad shit that it has in there. Hey, look at your Muppet Man. Muppet Man! Oh, Muppet Man.
He's wearing all of his Super Bowl rings. What a nerd.
He's a fucking weirdo. I don't even know why.
Have you guys
likes
ever
him.
seen Tom Brady just wearing all 7 of his fucking rings?
Right.
Like just walking around like, what? This fucking dude. He's a clown.
He is a total clown. I'm a Muppet.
I mean, I get wearing 1. Like, cool. But 3?
Like your recent one.
Any of them. Even your first one. They would mean more, probably. So you're telling me that CM Punk could have been drafted, and they took fucking Kevin Owens and Jade Cargill and
Imperium and Damage Control.
I get Imperium, but Damage Control over him? Come on. I get that he's injured all the time, but let's be realistic. Why do they have like women in there that are like allergic to the sun?
I don't know. They're allergic to the sun.
They got to do their CM Punk trail. Just talk over them. They'll want to hear you. Vince did it. Vince would start talking, then they'd be like, "Oh shit, what's he saying?" You got to pay attention.
I got his number.
The pride.
Were they on Raw before?
No, SmackDown.
They've always been on SmackDown. Okay. And CM Punk was on Raw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nothing's changed.
Right. I just wanted to make sure I didn't need to put, you know,
An
stars.
asterisk.
Yeah, stars by anything.
Why is this guy yelling? Do you think he's deaf? Braun Strowman.
He's trying to be exciting, I guess.
Well, he failed. He's making the microphone crack up. It's stupid. Braun Strowman! I have his autograph right there.
Maybe he got his neck healed. Good for him. Get it broken again.
It'd be cool if he came out and went nose to nose with those offensive linemen down there. It's always cool to see wrestlers and big humans. Oh, here she is. I saw it. I just glanced up and saw it on here. She went back to SmackDown. So, nothing's changed.
You gotta keep what's already on your roster so you don't get him to the other brand. That's what he said. Fuck you guys.
Cole's just dying to save it. Like, I know it's
fine.
It's a sinking ship, but maybe you could trade seats on it.
Right.
Like trading seats on the Titanic.
Jesus. Oh my goodness. That's just dumb.
Yeah, that's weird that he's still available.
Who?
Drew McIntyre.
Oh, yeah. Robbie's like, Liv Morgan versus Nance one for the ages. So FX showed preview. Oh, I read that. Chris says Punk to Raw. Vindicator says, so Triple H kisses Logan ass so much that he will be the only current wrestler to announce who is staying on the same show. LOL. The jokes continue to come with this shit show.
It's happening.
You know, Vindicator, it's funny that you say that, but on the other brand of AEW, I've heard what Tony Khan considers a grand announcement.
Is there a grand announcement coming?
I have no idea. I'm just saying. I'm just, you know, like all of he's going to have a special, great, and wonderful, fantabulous announcement. And it's the most lackluster garbage shit that just ever blows the planet. Ugh. Chris says, oh, okay, thank goodness no hit attempt from Metz is over. Fuck off, Metz. EWE says, what if Raw moves to Showtime? That'd be weird. Not when they have a 10-year contract with Netflix.
Yeah. So
Robbie,
in 2034?
Robbie says,
cool.
you know you're finished as a superstar if another person from a different sport gets more pop at your own show. Chris says, so the Hurt Business is called the Pride now? Well, we called it the Hurt Business. Travis called it the Hurt Business. Chris says, Braun on Rock has Uncle Howdy. Robbie says, I show Speed. He's a YouTuber into football and Man United fan and Cristiano Ronaldo fan.
Does he just scream all the time?
Does he scream on his YouTube channel too? Is he a screamer? It's gross. Chris says Tiffany, and Robbie said he's good mates with Logan and KSI. Vindicator says, yeah, it's reached that point, guys. Nothing to see here. So everyone be cool. Hang in there with this garbage if you can. See you on hump day for some Hogwarts and real wrestling later, Gators. And Ben smiles. Okay, bye, Ben. Chris says, is Logan Paul becoming like WWE version of Kenny Omega, or will Ospreay, or could he become as big as them in terms of being a wrestler?
Just the name.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, he's bigger. He's better because he's a better talker. Ospreay's okay talking, but Omega's not. Omega's not very good on the mic. Logan has that, plus he's a global superstar.
Mm-hmm.
And he's on WWE, and he's a champion. The other two don't have any of that.
Walter says, okay, bye guys. See you Wednesday after bingo. Bye, Walter. Good luck with bingo this week. Robbie says, Braun Strowman defo got his dick wet by Bliss back in the mixed match challenge days. Ew, gross. Chris.
Stickity wickety.
Chris says, I don't know. I feel like Paul would have to the indies if he wanted to be like Omega or Ospreay and even have matches in New Japan.
Yeet.
Well, let's put it this way, Chris. For somebody who's never done this before, he comes in like an actual champion and looks like he knows what he's doing. And not only that, but he kind of makes some of the other wrestlers look better.
Right.
So if you can do that, then you're kind of like a diamond in the rough when it comes to that. I'm not saying that he's the bestest in the world in this sport, but
you got to put him up there. And
for what he's never done it before. I mean, yeah, he might have been an actual wrestler.
It's like this. He talks better than both of them. Mm-hmm. He's more athletic than both of them. Mm-hmm. He's way bigger than both of them.
Oh my God, he's letting him wear his rings.
So he can punch him.
Oh,
he got a loaded fist.
Sophie says, did you hear about the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight? It will be like a real fight.
Yeah, it's supposed to be sanctioned. It's just 2-minute rounds, though.
Yeah. Mike Tyson said he was only going to...
Oh! McDowey probably broke the rings!
He was only going to if... How did he hit him instead? What did he say?
Michael Cole. It probably didn't hurt him with that Klingon-sized head.
Oh my God. Michael Cole is being a he's being the mean commentator. That's funny.
Logan better run. Look at this.
Oh jeez.
Jesus, their father. Reminds me of the old cartoons. Hit him again. Sounds like he's got some new music. I just hope he doesn't run.
Like do his choo-choo train shit?
Mm-hmm. You remember when they actually used to blow the whistle when he'd run?
Yeah.
Look at the size of this fucking dude.
Robbie's like, Finn used to stay all night. Now he dipped. Like D's fries in TK.
Holy
what are you being gross about, Robbie? You're
mother
so
of Joseph. Look at the size of his chest.
Sophie says Braun is the only brand change this round since he was on SmackDown the last time he was on WWE TV.
Look at now we might see the offensive lineman.
Do I consider that really?
Patrick Mahomes like no. You can come block for me though, bro. So Braun Strowman versus Logan Paul at their next pay-per-view. Some manatee just sitting there, looking like a mermaid. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Me? Yeah, you. Smack him.
Oh,
he's like, you want some? Look how tiny they are!
Compared to him.
That's actually pretty funny.
You need bigger boys than that. That's what he just said to him.
That's funny. Well, I hope his neck is completely healed and he doesn't have any problems.
Oh, he's super excited to meet those guys.
Chris says Braun versus Braun versus Logan, like you just said. I don't know, maybe.
I see it coming.
Sophie says CM Punk and Braun got drafted before Drew and Judgment Day. Robbie says D, it's called training. That's what happened to Logan Paul. Well, I understand it's called training, but you have people that have been in this sport for years and been trained in their facility for fucking years, and they're still shit. So tell me how somebody who just came into it a couple years ago and trains and is better than them. Tell me. Explain it. I think he just I'm not saying I like the guy. I'm just saying he's kind of naturally talented when it comes to being athletic. So you can't teach that.
Yeah, he's not Jake.
You fucking can't teach that shit.
If Jake was trying to do this, it would be a disaster for Jake.
Yeah,
like he's too irky-jerky like Charlotte when she first started. But Logan's a true athlete.
Yeah, it's like that 7-foot tall guys. You can't teach that. And you really can't. You can mold it to be what you need it to be, but you can't teach it. And that's for any sport. That's any athlete. That's
I
anybody.
wonder what that's all about.
Ooh.
Like an annihilator.
Oh, I love it. That's funny.
That draft is over.
I do now. Love it.
Yep. It's 2 for 1s all day. It's funny, his ears look like they're pointy like an elf.
Uh-huh.
Like, but it was cut off.
Yeah.
They're both that way. Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck off.
That was Sammy. Sammy at the heel turn. Sammy's garbage anyways.
Totally.
They put a title on that fool. Maybe Logan should wrestle him and take that title too.
As it says, but Logan is a SmackDown superstar. Why start a feud with Raw stars? They're not starting a feud. It's just for tonight things. It's fine. Robbie says Strowman a heel now. I don't know. He really kind of isn't. I mean, he helped Jey Uso, and he's not a heel.
No, he's a babyface. Remember, the Muppet is the one that gave Logan the weapon to use against Jey.
Yeah.
So they were the heels.
Yes.
The Chiefs are the heels.
Chris says, truth saying they could get drafted to NFL, maybe to UFC. Yep, he did. Pico's like, D spitting bars. It's just truth, right? I mean, when you look at athletes and stuff, I mean, you know, you think about those guys who, I mean, you could take any sport. I'm not talking just about any kind of wrestling people. I'm talking about real sports, let's say. And you think about those guys who go out there and scout talent.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys know what they're looking for. And they know when they find a person who has natural talent and can be trainable. Because there is a huge, huge difference between I have talent, but they're so stuck in what they do because they have to be mechanical about it because that's the only way they can have their talent. And then you have the ones that are just so naturally talented with what they're doing that they are so malleable to train them that if they learn a habit that maybe doesn't work for what's going on, they can be trained to change that. There's a difference.
Bo Jackson,
Like,
Deion Sanders.
Yeah, I mean, like, and if you are a sports guy, and I don't even fucking into sports, and I know this shit. That's how sad it is that, you know, Ravi out here, yeah, Logan, he's got some natural talent, DLO, that can happen. But it's true. Like, he was a college, or not college, but he was a high school.
No, he was
college. He was a collegiate wrestler. He actually was in real wrestling. Like, he did collegiate wrestling. Like, you have to, I mean, I know you're not a fan, neither am I. And the only reason why I know all this stuff is because of Travis's daughter. She was obsessed with the Pauls. And that's the only reason why Travis and I really know anything about them is because of her. That's it. And when you have a child who's interested in something, you make sure that you know things about them so that your child stays safe. Okay? Yeah. That's it. That's why you get involved. That's why you know this information. It's not because I'm like, gosh, I really like that guy and I followed him on YouTube 500 times. You know? That's not it. I'm talking about the fact that he is naturally talented, because there's no way you could take just some Joe Schmo off the street, even in collegiate wrestling, and take him off the street and put him in the situation he was in, and a year later he's in the ring giving you a big fat fucking show. that nobody thought he could do.
Main eventing a pay-per-view against Roman Reigns.
Granted, his name's Logan Paul. Granted, he has millions of fucking viewers and shit and followers on YouTube, and he's a big name in some people's houses. But in all reality, there's a lot of people that probably have no idea who the fuck he is and doesn't even care. But he did, and he made it look good. So there's just a huge difference. And I'm sorry, I'm defending the guy. But I'm defending his athleticism. That's it. That's all I'm defending about him. And that would be with any athlete. I mean, fuck. I think that's probably why I like Jade Cargill so much, is because she is trainable. Fuck, she was an athlete, for fuck's sake. It makes so much sense now. You know what I mean? Like, why she is such a specimen is because she was a fucking athlete. I didn't know she was a basketball player. I had no idea. I don't look her up. I don't follow her. I don't watch her life. Chris says Sami Zayn turning heel, kicking Gable out of nowhere. Fuck off. That was uncalled for. Sophie says, it will be interesting if we get any trades after tonight. Chris says, oh shit, speaking of a video on YouTube just saying Paul, future of WWE. Sophie says, so far the roster is still the same as they were night one. Sophie says, I'm surprised there has been no NXT superstars getting drafted. Chris says, at least future isn't Mello or Hermes, but you know a future main event of Mania is Logan Paul versus Hermes. The future is sad for WWE.
Yeah, that's some dark times if that happens.
Chris is like, King Booker T.
Oh, no, he's not on here, is he? He's not taking over anything.
I think he's just there because, you know, he's on NXT and he's a thing. I didn't hear what he said, sorry. Uh-oh. Yeah, that title, bitch. Robbie says, but D, that's what I said. He has natural talent. But then you made a sarcastic comment after that it's not true. Like, I'm just kidding. Haha, he doesn't. That can't happen. Kind of thing. So.
I was with you back in the day. And how you really feel about Punk.
Robbie says, this is on his side. That is on his side.
Bronson Reed.
That's that guy.
He registers on the Ricochet.
How many rounds are they going to do?
6. There's 1 per half hour.
He told him he's weighing how much? More than he did?
Yeah.
Jesus.
20 pounds more.
What the fuck? Why would you think that was okay? That's disgusting, dude.
He just wants to die.
He's like, I just want to be 600 pounds out here in this ring. Jabba the slut.
Well, I'm about to cheer for him because I don't like Sami Zayn. So.
Ugh, barf. I don't like any of them.
I don't like any of them. Fuck it.
They both could lose for all I care.
A double count. And they both pin each other. Did they both lose or did they both win?
It's not like we haven't seen this shit before anyways. We've seen.
At least he's trying to get the crowd involved. Oh, doofus.
Robbie's like, title match? Oh, yeah.
It'd be cooler as if he lost if he just left.
Sophie says it looks like Dom is cheating on Mammy Rhea with Liv. Dom's cheating on Mammy with his wife that he married like 2 months ago. Well, where the hell you been?
He's a polygamist. It's fine.
He's like, I like all the ladies.
Jason Tatum. Trying to make a free throw. He made it. Oh, and we're underway. Is this the second match of the night?
I don't remember. I didn't write those down, so I have no idea. Is it?
I think so.
So he says, so does that mean whoever wins this is protected from getting drafted?
Exactly.
I thought Bronson Reed was already on whatever.
He's a Raw guy right now, but he hasn't been drafted yet.
I thought he got traded.
They don't trade.
I thought that was Nia Jax got whatever and he got whatever. You told me that earlier.
Not Bronson Reed.
Who was that?
The little Steiner boy. I can't think of his name now.
Oh, Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what the fuck was it?
Little Steiner boy.
Well, he's tiny compared to his dad and brother, uncle.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Scott's nephew.
He doesn't deserve to have a name.
He'll always be Scott's nephew.
Chris says, we just need Brock to come out of nowhere and then F5 Sammy, then throw Bronson on top of Sammy 1, 2, 3, new champ.
I'd be okay with that.
Ravi says, what were you expecting different on 3 hours of Raw? Nothing. Sophie says, I thought the draft is supposed to be epic, but why it feels like a dud. They have for the last, 3 or 4 years, they felt like shit.
They don't change rosters. It's no surprise. And they take them way out of order. Bianca Belair, #1 pick. You fucking kidding me? And then tonight, Jade Cargill, #1 pick. You fucking kidding me?
I mean,
Over Bronson,
she should be a
Reed.
top, or she should be like a higher pick for sure. But
yeah, I mean, she should be going in the third.
I don't know about
round.
#1 just because she's not known enough. I don't know. I don't understand.
Any of them. There's some pretty good talent on the board still when they're drafting these people.
Sophie says, no, I expect some trades after
Drew
tonight,
McIntyre
though.
hasn't been drafted.
I know. He complained about it to Booker T, and then Booker T wasn't very sympathetic for his issues. Don't take pictures of Bronson Reed's disgusting, gross, acne-prone thigh grossness. What?
What's wrong with
you? They were like, let's zoom in on this. Meow, meow, meow with the camera. Yeah. It's all hairy and...
Oh, stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Pump the brakes.
Nobody wants to see that. Chris says Shotzi or Sonya not drafting because of injuries. Well, yeah, Shotzi broke her knee. I thought Sonya was gone. I thought she got released, dude.
Did she?
Yeah, I thought somebody said that a while ago. Sophie
remember.
says, I'm guessing CM Punk is coming back to wrestle soon since he got drafted. Picola says, for being a wrestling fan, Sophie, I'm shaking my head because you think this BS matters whatsoever. Robbie's like, Adam Pearce on a break, yeah? Sophie says, it is weird most of the people available tonight are on the injured list. Robbie, Adam Pearce is back there. He was in his little groupie.
Yeah, Postman Pierce was back there with that lady that was allergic to the sun.
There's 2 of them, but yeah.
Was she in the Raw one too?
No, she was just in his Adam Pearce's.
That's Raw.
Raw. And there was, yeah, you said, what is it with these ladies that are allergic to the sun?
Well, I know, but it was the first one. I thought she might have been in SmackDown. Because she was on the other side.
I don't know if there
of the
was
table.
a girl in SmackDown.
I just saw
There was a guy that was playing with a computer like he didn't know how to use it. It looked pretty funny.
Like, Zoolander. The files are inside the computer.
It's like we gotta like break it open. Like they're literally inside of it.
Like apes fighting the computer. Pick it up. Don't worry, they're inside the computer. Throws it out the window.
I can't turn left. I have a disease. Well, it's a commercial break for us. I don't know about anybody else. Oh.
That's what we need, 2 of those.
Chris says, yeah, I said Sonya got released. Oh, it was you. I thought it was, but I was like, maybe he didn't say it. Maybe somebody else did. But apparently she's still there, and she did show up at Hall of Fame ceremony and Mania weekend. Oh. Sophie says, wonder how long it took them to decide the draft picks for tonight. I think they think that people forgot what show people were on for the draft.
Except everybody went back to the same show. Except for the Kabuki Warriors and the Riff Raff. That's the only one.
Chris says, apparently Twitter motherfuckers looking into passed off NXT star Kiana James. And apparently when she was younger, she made some remarks about telling someone, are you gay? I mean, come on, really? That was years ago. They try to cancel anyone for saying slurs that weren't applicable in today's society.
Yeah, just laugh it off and be done with it.
Who gives a shit?
That's a true joke. That's what a joke is.
What a bunch of dumb assholes. Like, who gives a crap what the internet says? I mean, that's the
It's not real.
The social media shit isn't even real anymore. Most of it's just AI bots that are being, like, told to troll everything they possibly can. That's what they're programmed to do.
Number 0 for the Celtics just, like, threw up a ball and didn't even hit the rim.
Like, he threw it up out of his body? That's gross. How did he do that? That's some talent. That guy's upset about it. He's like, how'd you even do that? I knew what you meant, but it sounded funnier because you said he threw up. And I'm like, oh no.
He threw it up. Yeah. Threw up the ball.
He threw up the ball. He threw it up. Blech. Sophie says, I expect some NXT superstars to get drafted. At some point, we'll see some.
I thought
sure.
Hermie would already went.
Yeah, figured he'd be their first pick for everything because
I thought he would have went on Friday.
I mean, he's really tiny and little. He's like a little midget guy, and that's what Triple H likes. He likes those little tiny little dudes.
He could just bring him up with Da Vinci.
Piccolo says, has TikTok been abolished already? No.
No.
No, it hasn't.
Just hope it doesn't go away.
I'm kind of curious how they're going to pull that off and take away people's rights to have something that... And the funny part about it is it's not even owned by China. That's, like, the stockholders and stuff for it, like, are in the U.S. So it's kind of like, what the fuck?
The problem is they can't allow people to get information.
Yep. Not real information. How dare you get unbiased opinion and cool information of things? How dare you? We need to brainwash you people. Sophie says Baron Corbin, the OC Cedric, and the other guy from Hit Row and Alba Fire, Zoe Stark, and Shayna all got drafted online.
Yeah.
Chris says, yeah, plus she was like, goddamn, 14 years old for one is creepy because she's 26 now. So, for one, why are you researching people's history to when they were basically a kid? People change. But that's the point. They don't know how to do that.
Whoa.
So Sami Zayn got attacked by Chad and won from his whatever. He got whatever disqualification happened.
So Sami would have won.
So Sami won and kept the title. So now you guys know how that worked out for everybody. Chris says she may not think the same way anymore. Sophie says, so there's another triple threat match. Most of the NXT superstars haven't been there that long.
Why would it matter if she still did? It doesn't, like, she didn't say it in a mean way, I'm sure.
Like, and even if I mean,
I've asked people if they're gay before. It's okay.
I mean, you don't know. Like, you don't always know. Sometimes they're femmy and they're not. You're like, oh, okay, well, that's cool, man.
Oh, a triple threat match.
Don't get offended. Oh, God. I think he broke his chest.
The 1% needs to quit looking for shit to bitch about.
That's true. They're getting old and it's getting tiring. And people are getting real fucking sick of it. Like, the rest of us are just like, oh, my God. Like, it's starting to wear thin so much that it's going to snap and the 1% is going to be in trouble.
Picks her in. Did you want to look at his thighs real quick?
God, no, I don't want to see any of it.
You might want to just look up and see his thigh.
No.
Do you think he's the Bumble?
What?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The Bumble?
Oh, God. Oh, no.
The Bumble. The on a snowman.
Yeah.
Call him the Bumble.
The bubble.
I like that guy's yellow shoes.
On the basketball game?
They're bright yellow.
Wow.
Like, they glow. You'll see them.
Is that why he's all color
say,
right there?
That's why you see.
I'm like, is that the reflection of his shoes? Oh, his shoes.
My guy has some yellow in his shoe. There she is. It doesn't look like they're getting rid of her. Doesn't look like she's banned yet.
Who is it?
That's the girl that got drafted to Raw.
Who is
She's
she?
the one that asked, "Are you gay?" That's
Oh.
what this whole conversation.
Oh, her. Oh, I didn't know who she was. Kiana James. I don't know who she is.
She just said she's the 1%, and we were just talking about.
We're talking about the 1% giving her a hard time, and she's like, I am the 1%. No, you're not, sweetie. You probably aren't. You're probably going to flop on your face. Or get on your knees a lot. Pugel says, I just watch Let's Plays, movie reactions, and cat vids on the internet. I avoid Twitter and any political BS.
Hey,
I don't
look,
watch any news. I haven't seen news.
This is a WWE studio movie. I think that's what they just said.
Oh.
They broke a Guinness World Record. You did it. You mean it's not real in the movie? If movies aren't real, I'm not going to watch them.
Yeah,
I've heard
oh my
people
God.
say that about wrestling. They won't watch it because it's not real.
Oh my God, how terrible.
That movie wasn't real.
Can't believe that. That's
There was
ridiculous.
cameras. I thought movies just really happened. I didn't know they recorded it. Now you're going to say they're fake.
I would never.
They were.
They're so real. Like, I believe everything. They're all documentaries, as you've said.
Certain.
They're all documentaries. I've seen it. Bad Karma in the chat. Hey, Bad Karma, good to see you. Says, is Liv going to fight Nia tonight? Yep,
Yes.
looks like that's going to be later.
Could be the main event.
Could be. So he says, did you see the video of Nick Aldis calling Carmelo Hayes that he is drafted to SmackDown?
No.
No, why would I watch some garbage like that? That Carmelo Hayes is a waste of time, air, and space.
Well, he doesn't take up much space.
I'm sure his grandma likes him.
He doesn't take up much space.
Chris says definitely on knees. True that, Chris. True that.
Eric Sprola, or whatever his name is still in fucking Miami?
Is he old? Is he like
No,
100?
he's not very old. He was
Oh.
a young head coach, but he's still there.
Huh.
He was coaching back in the freaking 09.
Wow.
I think. Well, it could have been 10 or 11. He took over for Pat Riley. Pat Riley. He coached LeBron to his championships.
Oh, wow.
He's not a very good coach. He just somehow still has a job, probably living off the remnants of the championship.
Right. Pickle says, watched Bodies, Bodies, Bodies the other week. It's not my thing, but sort of entertaining.
Is it a movie?
Is it a documentary? You okay, buddy? You having a fit? Having a fit, buddy?
Yeah, grounded vantage. You ever had one of those?
No.
You got
I don't like any of that kind of stuff. I'm
I
not
got
a big
drunk on
tea
them. I got
person.
drunk on them once.
Ew.
It's pretty brutal.
Teas, I like hot tea, but cold tea, I can't handle it. Like, I know a lot of people really like it. Like, my friend Julie's like a really big sweet tea person, but I do not like it.
I liked it when I was a kid. You just put enough sugar in it. It tastes great.
Or iced tea or whatever you want to call it. I just can't. I just don't like the
I didn't
taste
like
of
him
it.
much because he was always rapping about killing people and stuff. Like
Who? That guy?
iced tea.
Oh, iced tea. so much. Piccolo says, first Filipino-American head coach, possibly across all Big Four sports. Are you talking about the guy at Miami?
Spagnola or whatever his name is.
Must be. We were just talking about him, so I'm guessing that's what that comment's about. Yeah. That's cool. Filipino-American. That's pretty nifty. That's cool. I was watching somebody over in the Philippines, eating food.
They eat food there?
No, not that. I know they have food. No, it was so cheap. He was this was only $1.80 in pesos or something, what they called it.
Right.
And I was like, what? And he had all this stuff. Granted, probably most of it I wouldn't even try. Anything that has seaweed or fish stuff, I won't eat. Sorry.
So Kevin Love went to Miami. That's funny, because him and LeBron were in Cleveland together.
Oh.
Hey, look, it's JBL. And damn.
Ron Simmons.
I have the same shoes on that Ron Simmons has on right this second.
Old man shoes?
I saw him.
Chris says, here comes APA. Pickle says, Spolestra. Spolestra? Spolestra.
LWO.
What is that? Oh.
That's a lot of motherfuckers.
Nobody likes him.
That's funny. And the other stable, they go to SmackDown. So they're not going to be feuding anymore.
Huh. Was I having a seizure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You do it with your witchcraft. Is it windy out there?
Yeah.
A little bit. It's a shitty pick. Not that one, the next one. Drew Mack.
Drew Mack's going to Raw?
Yeah, and then Shinsuke Nakamura goes the other.
You already know? Oh, that's why. I'm like, how do you know this?
I don't know why this is so far ahead. It's bugging me though.
Stop looking at it.
It's right in front of my face.
I feel so behind. No, God. Chris says we need JBL to be on commentary again. He's too mean. People cry. People says, nah, bro, I'll show you some vlogs.
There it is. Nakamura goes away.
To SmackDown.
Yeah. Star.
Oh, he's not on. That's right. He's the only.
And
he was
so
on
is
Raw.
Rey Mysterio. Star.
They're just Ray or the whole group?
Well, the whole group.
Okay.
Because they're on Raw now.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they move, and Nakamura moves.
Chris says Drew on Raw. Pico's like, I have my mom hooked on the vloggers who venture to Filipino markets, casinos, and even where she grew up. Chris says Nakamura to SmackDown. Yep. And Pico says you can tell she gets homesick at times. Oh, your mom? I bet she does.
Yeah, that's got to be tough. What is that, like 4,000 miles away from home? It's Miami or Florida, so it's not.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Pico. Like, the food that they got looked delicious, but if it's like seafood stuff or fish or anything of any kind, I will eat it. I will never try it. But they have so many other things I know they do that there's so many things I probably would try that is probably way delicious. He's going to call him a liar. Like, a liar as in, like, a, you know, a liar.
I know what a liar is. Bradshaw's the same height as him, but he's just old now.
Poor guy. It happens.
In the old days, he wouldn't even have backed down.
He has to, though.
Oh, I know.
Oh no, he hurt him with his hurtness. He fractured his elbow. Whatever. You did not. Liar. Liar.
I tape it up and I get on with it. Hey, see if Drunk might come out.
Well, he did beat him up without his little thing on his tricep arm. So he's got to be somewhere.
He's way up there. Hey, Maxine looks pretty good. Oh, he turned his mic down. Jesus. He's like that other guy. The speed kid.
Right? Let's see. Peacock's like, ooh, guess who's back? Chris is like, oh shit, Punk here. Peacock says Punker got some melatonin. And Chris is like, wow, Maxine's so hot.
She looked pretty good right there. Looks like she actually even has boobs, which is rare.
Travis is watching Ahead Times. He's like watching Ahead Times with you guys, and I'm behind us. I'm behind times. Damn.
None of them like Chad. Her face looks brass.
Yeah, she's
Well, you have Tozawa. Yeah. It's her bronze face.
She probably got some tanner or whatever, and then she's got bronzer on her face.
Mm-hmm. I better not do his dance.
Don't do your dance, buddy.
Like Garcia.
Rip your pants off. Hey, don't say it out loud.
I see everything.
Scoring leaders. That's funny.
In 13 minutes, the Laker game starts.
Ooh.
So
Hurry up.
So you know it's
Somebody
good.
lose. Hurry up, Miami, lose.
There's 6 minutes left. And they already lost.
That's why I'm like, hurry up and lose. They're like, let that guy have a chance. It's fine. Look, Ma. I got a basket.
That ain't white. That ain't white to say. You shouldn't say that. Did you hear me? That ain't white. I used to say that all the time. Oh, that ain't white. Oh,
My goodness.
Pizza the Hut.
That was only round 3 of the draft. My God.
We're halfway done. Which means there'll be another one here soon.
Yeah.
Yana
It's kind of
update.
crazy because it feels like it should be like later than it is.
It's going slow tonight. There's only been like
so
2 matches.
slow. Chris says now there is YouTube vid show footage of Dom following Liv in background of backstage promo. Oh, jeez. Are you sure it's not AI? Just kidding.
Well, there's no place better to be when you're around Liv Morgan than behind her. Her face is cute, but she kind of looks like a frog. But
she does have a really like wide set mouth.
No, I'm serious. I'm not kidding.
And her face is kind of flat looking.
I am 100% not kidding. If they redo the Harry Potter, I'm not kidding. You make her, what's her name?
The Toad Lady.
Yeah, it'll come to. I want to say Batilda Bagshot, which is so far off that it's ridiculous. And then I want to say Trunchbull, which is a different movie. Dolores Umbridge.
Yeah, Dolores Umbridge.
So make her Dolores Umbridge. It would be fine. She's cute, right? So it would be okay. But she would be so wicked, right? Like she could play the wicked part.
How much do you think that stuff costs?
What?
That Bosley stuff.
I don't know. Why do you want me to get out?
Yeah.
Put it right here.
Why would you need it?
Oh, I need some right here.
I was thinking up the top where your giant widow's peak is.
My 5 head.
Want to help
Bring it down to here.
You see, you have a 1 head. Gross.
Take a picture of it. Hurry. Put up my phone. Axe. You gotta axe.
Gotta ask the people.
Yeah, you have to axe them.
Ask somebody.
Hey, look, Bron. Oh, wait, never mind. Don't look.
Chris says White Christmas to face. Ew. And Chris says, yeah, that. LeBron Breaker, Chris says. Chris is like, hello, my boy Breaker with a fade looking like me.
I think we all look like that in the 2000s or in the early 90s, late 90s. Jesus Christ. Let's get it out. The 90s.
Oh my God. Shamey looks sicky. Look how gross he looks. The hair color doesn't help. He looks dead. Somebody help him. Oh my God, what's wrong with him? Oh, jeez. Robbie's like, that stuff is weird. The Bosley stuff? Come on. People's like, a girl I was dating is the spitting image of Luna Lovegood if she were grown up. Oh.
From the book? Or are you talking about from the movie?
The movie lady?
I don't
or
want.
the description
I don't know what
of the book lady.
People in the movies really look like. I kind of do. The main people, but.
Yeah. Chris says, oh, great. Here's Spaghetti Wife thinking she's Christian Cage. She might as well join the learning tree. Better be careful. Jericho will attack her. He's a molester of ladies, too, supposedly. Allegedly.
So is this just a one-on-oneer?
Yeah, Maxine Dupree against her. They gonna throw Maxine Dupree under the bus again?
No, she wins this one.
Yeah?
Yeah. With her bronzer. She looked like a robot.
Oh, because how, like...
Her face, yeah.
People says the movies. Ah, the girl that played her in the movies. Yeah, she's kind of cute. Her description in the books, though, is not cute.
The one that gets me is the barmaid. She's supposed to be a smoke show.
Yeah, they did her dirty in the show.
A curvy barmaid.
Yeah.
I just hope that when they go to do the show that they just cast it right, if they decide to. I know it's not Disney, so it shouldn't be too terrible. And plus she has some say.
Right.
There it is. Perfect plex. It's over. Oh, no, she let her go. Maxine been working. She got woman hips, too.
Oh, my gosh. She's all serious out there, taking her clothes off.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, she did not.
That's how she comes to bed. Are you guys excited?
This is creepy as fuck. Are you possessed?
Why are you doing it backwards?
But a young priest and an old
She's like,
priest.
that's the only way I can do it. I can't do it from her. It's fine. Tap her.
This is so weird.
Tap that purple-haired fairy.
She's beating the hell out of this evil Candice Ray.
It's deep now. Tap. It's over. Damn. Uh-oh. Well, never mind. So how'd she kick if her leg's broken?
I don't know. She doesn't sell it very good. She doesn't sell.
Oh. With the wicked stepmother.
Wow. They really screwed her over, didn't they?
It's been known to happen.
Poor Maxine. Barf. Gross. Nobody likes you.
She's like a dollar store version of like somebody.
I don't even
pretty.
think your husband really likes you, but you know.
What the hell's this? She just picks her up.
Yeah.
That was
they're
awkward.
weird. Yeah, they're awkward people. Cody is the true tribal chief. That's funny.
Here it is. Here it is.
Oh, it's round 4 again. Already?
Yeah, they have to do 2 per half hour.
Oh, per
Or
half
2 per hour.
Oh, 2
And this
per
hour's
hour.
almost over, so they had to get it done. Yeah, he didn't do it. Remember, they thought he attacked Dragon Lee?
Right.
Look who it is.
Well, we knew he didn't. Why would he? Who cares? Dragon Lee, he could have beat him with his hands tied behind his back.
Look who it is.
Oh, no, not Carlito.
Mm-hmm.
You told me about that, but yeah.
Oh, were you watching it?
Oh, God, he's attacking him again.
I didn't know if you were in there at the time. You know what would have been funnier is if he'd picked up Zelina Vega and just ran off with her. Like kidnapped
And
her.
she's like, ah!
And then Santos Escobar could save her in a different feud, and she could join Santos.
Mm.
Or not Santos,
Andrade?
Andrade would save her.
Ah.
Oh, they might have new red Raw hats, by the way. I noticed that they were wearing them in NXT. Like everybody had Raw and SmackDown hats.
How dare they?
I noticed this guy has one too. I forgot to look.
Did you hear what he said?
The Lollipop Guild.
Look at his face, his mustache.
He looks just like his dad.
Oh, God, no! What is that on your lip?
You twist. I guess if anybody could say it, it's him.
That's gross. On another scale of gross. Chris is like, Zelina. LOL, Dom. Chris like, Dom gonna riz up Zelina as well. Watch out, Malachi Black. Dom taking all the girls cheating on Mammy. Piccolo says, how come Dom isn't casted as Telemundo Magnum PI? He's not tall enough. he needs to be taller. He needs to be taller. So he can be a brawler. Hi, thank you. You're gross. Good boy.
You're gross. Good boy. You're gross. Good girl.
Stop.
Big Shaq Diesel. You know, like me? It's weird.
Chris says Future Mania main event Logan Paul versus Dom for the WWE title. Liam is in the chat. Hey, Liam, good to see you tonight. Says, can I get a shout out as it's my birthday today?
Happy birthday,
Well,
Liam.
happy birthday, Liam. Hopefully you had a fabulous day. What? Yeah. We're at the Pinnacle, just so you know. The Pinnacle. No. The Cantina chicken burrito. If you're gonna do that, we'll hold your foot again. And you'll be in trouble. Chris says they both will need to be roided up for that one, like McGuire and Conseco. Oh my goodness. Liam, do I get to hear you both sing happy birthday? Do you want your ears to bleed?
I don't sing.
Because that's what would happen. Ears would be bleeding. Ugh. I don't have it. I bet they just made it for their people. Unless they, like, release it after the fact. But they don't have anything on their site.
Oh, they don't have them? Damn it.
They don't have anything like that. They don't have anything on their site.
I was hoping they had those. How does everybody else have them?
They have it as like a Monday Night Raw hat, and then a throwback one, like a, you know, and then
What's
like
that? Was that the?
SmackDown. It's hideous.
Was that the Street Profits one?
No. Oh yeah, the red one was the Street Profits one, but see, that's the SmackDown one that they have on there that they're selling, and then. And that's the Monday Night Raw one that they have.
Ew.
Yeah. That's why I said ugly. You didn't believe me when I said it? Liam's like, yes, laughing. Oh. Chris says, now Punk downstairs. What? No way. Pickle's like, yeah, boy. Just kick it.
A little box seat. Do him an autograph. Oh, it's special. Oh, now he's down there.
Yeah. Now he's downstairs. Liam says, it's almost 3 a.m. here, so I'm going to get some sleep. Have a good night, everyone. Well, thanks for stopping by, Liam. And again, happy birthday.
That's some Bugs Bunny shit right there.
Right.
Go up there. There's an autograph, and he's downstairs.
Pickle's like, best in the freaking world.
Yeah, he's top 30 all time.
Yeah. Maybe he can have another match and break
Look at what
something
your
else.
cat did to my new cord that I just bought.
Not surprising.
He chewed on every single piece of. Look how cool it feels.
Yeah, that's probably why he chewed on it.
He's like, this is nice.
He's like, I like to chew on the rubber parts. And your other one's like, I like to chew on the leather.
Yeah, he severed that one. That's why it's not charging. I was wondering why it wasn't working.
Jesus.
That whole wire's severed. Should I whip him with that?
Sure.
It's too heavy, or I would. I don't even want to play with it. There.
Oh, God. He totally flinched, too. You're an abuser.
Anytime you can hit a cat, you do it.
Peel says Rent Free and Kilt Man and that other mud show promotion.
I can keep this though, this piece, right? Because that's an actual adapter.
I don't know, what's that?
Yeah. Just have to figure out a way to break that off.
It's a good thing you broke it off.
Here, throw that away.
How much was it? Was it from Team U?
Yeah. It's really nice. I don't know how much it costs though.
Oh no, it paused.
That's stupendous.
It's got the issue. He can see clear as day like everyone else there. No. No, no. Hey. Hey.
She loves that.
Crazy.
He's like, hey.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's why. Seriously, this I never got to use it, but it was supposed to be a really cool cord that I wanted.
Was it from Team U? I
Yeah.
thought you said yes, but...
And then it had this end, so you could hook it up to normal, or you could use C to C. Is he sitting in the ring?
Yes.
What is he, 80?
Yes. He's doing the same thing that
He's a
Drew
minute
does.
33 in.
Drew does it too. Remember, he'll come down and sit in the ring.
He's not going to marry him, is he?
I think so. I think that's what he's hinting at.
He said he's going to make his life a living hell, but I don't think he wants to date him.
Maybe. I don't know.
I remember this song so much in high school.
Mm-hmm. Drew's dangerous and he's confident.
Why would you want to be like Mussolini? He's like Mussolini. That's like Adolf Hitler.
I know, right? Chris says, yeah, Punk, Malachi Black, and Drew sit in the ring. Also, Japan wrestler by the name of Kenta. He gave the GTS move to Punk.
Nice. Uh-oh. Is there more picks in? Electra Blaze. That sounds familiar.
Well, they put it as a Lunder Blaze. Just like I got my eye on you.
There it is. He kissed her. I don't remember her.
She's got very big ears. Holy crap.
She's got a lot of big features. She's like Mr. Potato Head. She's old, though, so you gotta be nice to her.
I understand that part.
I guess I just don't remember her.
Her ears are
The name
ginormous.
is familiar, but her face isn't. Uh-oh. There it is. Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
To Raw.
Mm-hmm.
So they stay.
Buffoonery. Of course he will. The Quitter.
She is on SmackDown.
The Quitter.
She was on SmackDown before.
Yeah, they didn't want to make sure and break up Jade Cargill from her, I guess. So they can make her look bad.
Here it is, Hermie. There he is. Hermie. least they didn't, like, try to put him at the very top. If he was so good, why didn't he get drafted in front of, like, Naomi or Jade Cargill? That'd be my question. There, see?
I think they're just giving them to him. I think they're just made for them. I don't know, sweetie. What a retard.
Well, he's obviously not intelligent. H-bomb is his move. That's nice.
Oh my god. Torpedo Moscow? What the fuck? What a freak. Communist.
Oh, there you go. They're going to SmackDown, so Star. Oh, that Liv Morgan match is now. So it's not the main event.
Piccolo says Alundra Blaze still kicking it. Chris said Hermes to Raw. Piccolo says she was blonde back in the day and left WWF as women's, and the next WCW Nitro she showed up and trashed the title in front of the commentary booth. Chris says, oh shit, Chelsea and Piper to SmackDown. LOL, the H-bomb. Oh wow, sexy new gear from Liv. Does it have an eye on her ass? Because she basically had this on the other night if she does.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, she had that on in the Rumble thing.
I remember having that like a year or two ago because I remember the eye on her ass because she wants to be able to look at her ass. And it used to say like, look at me.
Yeah, or something like that. Now all of a sudden instead of cry about it, she's like, Liv Morgan revenge tour.
She's just trying to be relevant.
Next Monday. Her opponent.
From San Diego. Nia's trying to go after both titles.
She just wants to beat everybody up. She's like, hey, all of you. Chris says it should say Live on Knees tour. Ew, gross.
The syphilis tour.
The syphilis tour? Eee, gross.
What is it? Oh yeah, that's the match that's happening. I'm like, who's wrestling her? I thought it was Becky.
Oh.
All right, come on, Nia. Punish her and then put her away.
Right.
Oh God, she just dropped her right down on her knee.
On her face?
Knee.
Oh.
I don't think that was supposed to happen.
Ew. Chris is like, Liv versus Mariah May scissoring revenge tour. Ew, gross, dude.
Would you watch it on pay-per-view?
No.
Not you.
Oh, Chris? Yeah, he probably would.
Sounds like a pay-per-view event. It's her last night on Raw.
Last night on Raw.
Right to the knee. Yeah? Is that what you have to say, Michael?
He has it to say.
Liv looks great. Tracker carcass. Sounds sexy.
Ew. Chris says Liv do Yokozuna bomb instead of Nia.
Oh, shit. Stomped on her. Nia, the veteran, rolls out to the outside. That's what you do. Oh. It's Tiffy time. I can't remember where Liv went.
She didn't do a very good job of that, did she? She was like, I can't. I totally... Oh, scooch, scooch, scooch. I didn't quite make it.
She's not very good. Okay, it's Tiffy time. Tiffany reminds me of like an 80s actress. I don't know what it is.
Right.
The square face. They're doing Garfield again?
I guess.
Bill Murray on it? Is he still alive?
Yes.
Yeah. He didn't die. I was in that movie. I was like, he died. Wait, never mind. He didn't get shot. Hey, that's that. What's his name? Guardians of the Galaxy office.
Chris Pratt?
Yeah. Get it? So crazy.
Chris says, oh shit, Tiffany on Raw. And people's like, Tiffany Stratton sighting. And she's just hanging out there, having a good time, being herself. Oh, who won? Did the other guys win? Did the Miami lose?
Of course they did.
Oh, sad.
They suck.
Sad for them. Sophie's like, so we won't be seeing the Usos reunite.
Yeah, we will.
Why not?
It'll happen.
Why not, Sophie? What did you hear? What's going on?
Did Jimmy die? Did he get arrested
Sophie's
again?
like, the WWE usually likes to keep couples together. Oh, you're saying because Jay isn't on SmackDown. And the quitter is. Maybe they're getting a divorce. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I get you? With my nail?
Got right there, but it's...
Oh, sorry.
I have thick skin.
Chris has, Tiffany reminds me of Anna Nicole Smith. Like, that should be her character.
A little bit, right? But she's not as ditzy, but yeah. Close. But yeah, that square face. But smaller boobs. As most women do.
Anna Nicole Smith had fakey boobs.
She had what?
She had fake boobs.
I don't think she did.
Yeah, she did.
Well, she might have at the end, but I don't think she did at the beginning.
Oh, when she was in Playboy?
Mm-hmm. When she was young. Death.
Stop.
Who?
Pickle's like, goodness. Goodness, what? What is it? What is it? Tell us, Piccola. Tell us all about it.
LeBron James. Austin Rivers.
Killer be killed. Sin City murders.
Aaron Gordon. So they kept their 3 core guys.
Episodes.
I don't know.
Weekends
Caldwell
says
Pope
oxygen
is.
true crime.
Or Porter Jr.
Yeah, that guy.
Dallas needs to just put these guys to sleep.
Liv, just kick your leg up and hit her in the face with it. Ew, it's gross, buddy. I'm going to keep this foot. Thank you. Ew. You getting mad about it because I'm holding your foot? Okay.
So he's a stuntman? So
Yeah.
that's the story?
Yeah.
So maybe it was real.
So he was the stunt guy.
So he had a stunt guy play the stunt guy while he was the stunt guy?
Maybe. But what it's about is he's the stunt guy for a guy. And the actor guy gets in gets in trouble.
What are you looking at?
Nothing. Gets in trouble. And they go after him because, you know, the stunt guys are supposed to look like the actor. And he's like, I'm not. I'm just the stunt guy. The whole movie parts that I've seen anyways, all the preview parts I've seen, that's what they've done.
I'm not a huge fan of the Gosling character.
He looks like he's high all the time.
To me, he looks like he's just like this little skinny, like weird, like crackhead. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, his eyes like this. Like, he's high, like, all the time. It's like, dude, what's wrong with you?
And I don't even know who Emily Blunt is. I don't know how she got famous or what she's in or anything, or how I know her fucking name.
She's in a lot of stuff. You'd be surprised.
But have we seen her in anything?
Yes.
Which one?
She was the main character in The Quiet Place. She was the wife in The Quiet Place with
where they couldn't,
Jim Halpert.
Where they couldn't talk?
Yeah, where they couldn't talk.
That's
her.
I think you and McKenna watched that.
We didn't watch it. You've seen some of it, but I never watched the whole thing, by the way.
I fell asleep or something.
Anyways, so she's married to the guy who played Jim on The Office.
In real life?
Yeah, in real life, they're married.
And she was in that movie with him too?
It's funny, huh? Yeah. Yeah. She was, I'm trying to think.
I know she's in Oppenheimer, but I didn't see it. There she is again if you wanted to look up. Gone.
Did you say good God?
No, I said and gone.
Oh.
Good God. No, I did not say that.
The fact that this match is still going is annoying. Ah, she says, pterodactyl. She was in The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, she's the original, the girl that gets replaced, kind of. But then, what's her name, quits. Hathaway?
Yeah.
She's her. She got sick.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
her. Let's see.
So I have
She's
seen.
the main girl in the Jungle Cruise. That's the one with Dwayne. It's the Disney one we watched.
I don't
She's
remember
the
there being a
blonde.
girl in it.
That's her. She's the one that takes him to do the thing.
I might have
It's
to
her
just
and her
watch
brother.
that.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and she... Okay. I kind of remember, but I don't at all. I remember Jungle Cruise, and I remember that there were, like, a tree grew or something because it got wet or something.
Yeah. I guess Google decided to change its ways.
Okay, yeah.
That's weird.
Well, Tiffany getting attacked. Never mind. Now Tiffany's whooping her ass. Why are they doing this on Raw, you think? Anything? Just maybe building up to the pay-per-view? Of course, Naomi wants to get involved in this match because she's not getting enough attention. There's Nia. Thank you. Now Nia's going to lose because of that.
Why is my...
That was a code breaker. Oh, here's her
so
finisher.
weird. It's weird.
She hit her with it. And Liv wins.
Wow, she done it.
It's dumb.
Good for her. Getting the wins. Oh, yeah. They changed their Google page on my stuff. Like, it's weird. Like, it's not very user-friendly anymore.
I don't really go to Google very often.
I'm not using technically Google. I'm in my Firefox, but when I go to it, like, look, see, this is what it normally looks like. See, you put it in there, you have your search button and everything, right? Has all your stuff, right? Now I'll fuck it up. Oh, I refreshed it. Now look.
What's different, sweetie?
You can't tell. Like, it has no fucking things on it. And then all of a sudden they're like,
do you mean
here's all
things?
these pictures. and stuff. Like, you didn't see the whole difference of that?
Well, maybe.
Oh, also, there's no X button. There's no, like, the search is over here. So you can't, like, exit out of it until you, like, click on it. Instead of just clicking on it. It's so strange. I don't understand why they think that doing that stuff makes it better.
Nobody knows.
I'll try it with one more. I don't know how many of these I really want to fuck up. Okay. So, see how the bar is? See, I have all the information in the bar? Okay, watch.
Okay, yeah.
So here's the bar, and
Yes.
there's the X, there's the search, right? And you have all this.
Yes.
And then you have these pictures, right? And then you go down here, and you're like, people also ask all this. And then it gives you all the websites, like website, website, website. People search for website, 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 right? Okay? There's no pictures. It's like very
Okay,
plain.
hon.
It's like, here's this website, this one. Watch. Okay? Now you're watching. I'm going to refresh it. Now look. It's like huge. They're like, oh, look at all this fucking crap. And then they're like, oh, look on Amazon. They're like, people who ask. And they're like, Walmart. And then Epic. And then there's pictures on everything. Is it because people are retarded?
Yes.
Is that why they had to put pictures on everything? Because people are retarded? Dude, you got your gross all over me. You should clean me off. It's nasty. Yeah. I don't know why it's doing that.
Because he licks it all day?
No. I meant the thing.
Oh, because they wanted something different.
I don't know why they would do that. I hate when
They
they
like
update.
different things.
I hate when they update things and make it harder to use.
It's not harder.
Yes,
exactly
it is.
The same.
It's not the same. It's harder to
Exactly
use.
the same. There's Google.
It was not. Picola says his best role to me was in Drive. Emily Blunt is pretty good. Wait, what happened? Oh, Liv, she did her move on Nia and won. If that's what you're asking. But if you're asking about what I'm doing, you don't want to know. It makes no sense. It's just Google doing their weird shit. They like update things, but it's like a dumb update stuff. They're like, we updated it. And it's like, oh, did you? That's nice. Dude, you don't have to look like your dad. Well, you might have to. I mean, you know. Probably should just use a different, whatchamacallit, search engine.
That's what the rest of us do.
Instead of Firefox.
I don't use that one on anything anymore.
I use it every, like,
I'm sure it's great. I just don't. I do my Opera one on my phones, and on the computers I just use Google because this show. Flex. May 9th. For August 3rd.
yeah, he was. He was there. No, he's a loser. What? What was that?
The massive dome of J.D. McDonough.
At least they all are calling it the Dome.
Like we can't see it. I'm glad they just took it up and said, you know what? Dude's got a big head. Oh, there was another one. Bubba Ray and Devon. I think this is it. Is this 6?
Round 5.
Oh. Oh, look at this. They're bringing the tables.
The Dudley Boys. That's funny.
McAfee, you're going to be a Hall of Famer whenever you stop coming.
Right.
They give people the Hall of Fame all the time.
Watch close.
Who are they going to put through the table?
They're going to put people through the table?
That's their job.
People's like, Wellington not making an appearance tonight?
No. Well, he just wanted to be heard.
How was his appearance?
No. Get the tables.
No, nobody knows. The audience is like, we have no idea. Who are you people?
It was like 10 years ago.
I'm kidding.
New Day? This one's not super far ahead now, though. So, but I know who's next. Now you do. She just looked at it. Take my eyes. Why are they bringing their NXT stats with them? Oh, shit. She just lost. Another Raw hat. I need to get on Twitter and ask her if I can have her hat.
Does she talk to you?
No, I don't know who this broad is. I don't like her. She's the one that lost to, or beat Becky. Hey, if you're not going to use that hat.
She's hideous.
Well, she's normally not that hideous. She's just an ugly crier.
Well, she wasn't crying a second ago and she was ugly, so I'm not sure.
Well, she usually looks like she did something with herself. Some girls try to be ugly. See, that's her normally. I'm not saying she's pretty. I'm just saying that she usually don't look that bad. Oh God, look at that. Your favorite. Did they just say the final pick of round 5?
Mm-hmm.
Not the final pick of the night.
Not the final pick of the night. From a what?
Moral standpoint.
What was that, Pat McAfee? Royal? Royal? Brandon Stevens says, Chelsea Green, Mary, Brandon Stevens. Piccolo says, 100-year-old Mae Young went through a Dudley bomb table.
She sure did.
Feels like more call-ups. Chris says, oh shit, Lyra Valkyrie. That was a quick call-up. At least it wasn't Roxy.
I know.
I call Lyra the bird lady.
Although it's not
Scuddy
over.
wife
There's
to
still another
SmackDown.
round. What's up? What's up? Probably the best rappers that there are alive right now.
Totally. I mean, who wouldn't be? Weird.
That's Ken.
Chris saw a video right now, said SmackDown lowest rating of year. I'm pretty sure it would be. It's lame, and this is lame too. It's all lame.
Well, the draft has been terrible.
They should probably work on making it way more exciting for people.
Chuck. He got that. And he's like, he's a sophomore. Talking about.
Please provide a sense no more than tires about your student. That's fun. They're drunk. Oh, jeez. Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Otis and Tozawa going to be new World Tag Team Champions to go into the new Triple H era.
Not the Triple H
I feel
era.
like Tozawa's small enough. Like a small enough guy.
I might keep him. Otis is big but small, so I mean that works,
Very
right?
short. Just bigger round. I want to see him run down the hill chasing the cheese.
Oh, God.
Remember the wheel of cheese?
Oh, well, jeez.
He's chasing it down the hill. Legs and arms just... That shit's crazy.
Piccolo says, is Otis and Tozawa going to break bad? I don't know. I don't think they're going to bring home any stuff. Tozawa wasn't supposed to do a dance, but he's doing it.
Otis can dance, though. He's really good at it. You want to zoom in on those thighs?
No. I don't want to see any of it, really. It's kind of gross and weird. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
You got out.
Where's our truth?
He got laid out on the outside.
Already? Goddamn. Tozawa already
He might have got
awake.
drafted to the NFL.
Oh. Oh, the knees got up. Poor Tozawa. Oh, no.
No power for Tozawa.
Oh, God.
There's a tag. Was it a legal tag? Was he holding the tag rope?
No, I don't think they care anymore.
Oh! That's it. It's over.
no.
He got to a cajillion.
He's not going to be happy. Hello.
McDowell's still hurting. That big ass head.
They're like, good God. The makeup people did a thing on you.
Is it always so bright in here?
That's killing me.
That might be real. Logan has a hell of a right hand.
They're like, let's make it look real. Let's just do it. He's got a big head. It's fine. He'll be fine. Look, they have snow in New Zealand. Cool.
Looks like Francis Ngannou. Remember him?
Yeah.
His son died.
Oh, no.
He was 15 months. It's pretty sad.
That poor man. How horrible.
It's disgusting. You know what I mean? Devastating, disgusting. We don't know what happened or anything, but...
They'll probably just rule it under SIDS. Probably sudden infant death syndrome.
I just don't understand how that dude's the best player in basketball. He just never looks like he's in shape. It's just a weird era, I think.
I think basketball's been a weird era for a while.
Well, I mean, it's like none of these guys have very good athleticism. There's no good movement. This dude is just a tall, uncoordinated... But they're all so tall. See the length? I think that's all it is just like, how tall are you? And that's why LeBron excels, is because he has some athleticism.
Yeah.
Because watching these teams, it's like, all they do is shoot threes. And now watch this. See? That's all they do. That's literally their offense. They just bomb like 3 threes per minute. There's no mid shot. So I thought of a way to change basketball. You could, for a while, like say 5 or 10 years, they could get rid of the 3-point line. That would bring back the more physical play. Bring back hand checking. right? So hand checking so you can touch the defender or the offensive player, and then get rid of the 3-point line. And I think that would clean the game up and bring it back athleticism, back to the sport. Then you could re-implement it. But I think what they should do, instead of having it, if you ever look how the 3-point line is, it goes like this. See how it's straight on the sideline?
Yeah.
It's obviously shorter
Right.
distance over there. So instead of doing that, let it just go to the sideline. So there's no side threes. All the threes have to be from the front court.
Oh, okay.
But back it up so it's hard, like where the paint starts on that circle.
Mm-hmm.
So if they start launching threes, that's like they actually have to put effort into it instead of just a normal shot.
Right.
I'd be okay with that 3-pointer. Or that, or widen the court.
Yeah.
So that the 3-point line is that far back all the way around it. I remember there for a while they shortened the 3-point line. They made it closer. It's like, dear Lord. There's already too many threes.
Yeah.
Why does she always try to like look like she's pooping?
No. Pickle says there may be 10 to 15 players with a decent mid-range game.
Hey, there it
Everyone
is.
else does a gritty with the ball, then launch from 40 feet.
Don't touch my tire. She's like a valley girl from Ireland. Don't touch my tire. That's my tire.
Chris says no Dom and Liv segment. Guess not. They had to do a different way. So general manager is given the last round's picks.
Here it is. This is it. This is the last picks. There'll never be another pick.
Never again.
Raw. They went to a new. The final testament to Raw. That's a turn. Have Scarlett Bordeaux on Monday Night Raw. Thank you, Raw General Manager. Boo. But they're more than welcome to have them. So.
We knew they were going to be there at some point.
That's a fantastic trade. They can go to SmackDown. Bye-bye. Leaving the A show. Bronson Reed stays. All right, last pick overall. It's an NXT star. Oh, really? No, thank you. Cruella DeVille. That's a reach. Oh, look, SmackDown hat. Cruella DeVille, Davenport.
The people in the audience seem to really care and know what she's talking about.
There, not at the Raw one. Or not at the real place.
Right?
She's with Will Ospreay. That's her sperm donor or whatever. That's where she gets her testosterone from. Well, hopefully she can do something on the main roster. One of her things is frightening intensity. Gothic charisma. Well, that's it. I mean, obviously some more. Did that say Gothic charisma? It sure did.
Sure did.
The Uso Penitentiary.
Who's he going up against?
It's just me, Us. I can't remember. Did he get attacked by anybody earlier? I think he did. Who was that attacked him? What's his name?
Logan?
Ludwig?
Ludwig?
Kaiser?
Oh.
Maybe?
Maybe.
Or was it Logan Paul? It was Logan Paul. I can't remember.
Oh, it's the 6-man thingy.
Yeah, and there was one person I didn't know who it was. And I was like, is that? But I can't remember who it was. Yeah, they're going up against Judgment Day. But doesn't Homeboy have a hole in his head?
McDowell?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Look, he's on the table just jumping.
Watch as it collapses. Bust a knee.
We need a new table. I need to make us a cool table. I can jump on it.
Go for it if you want to jump on a table.
What do we do
You're
with
gonna
this
be
one?
silly.
This one's brand new. Although we don't use it. It would be kind of fun to have a table you actually use.
Oh, because of what it does?
You never want to stand up. Put the little treadmill down there. We'll get 2 of them. We'll just walk. Hello.
Be all weirdos.
Randall Orton.
Oh, Randall.
Well, that's it for the draft. Now you just have to sit through this tag team match. I feel like, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I feel like this is the longest episode of Raw I've seen in the Triple H era. Because the Raws usually move really smooth, and it's kind of better than it used to be, where it was like 5 matches and they were all like 3 minutes.
Right.
Now we've had 5 matches. They've all lasted like 3 minutes.
Well, it's supposed to be about the draft, not the matches, right?
Vince is back.
The draft is so fucking boring. I don't even know why anybody would care to even watch it.
Well, it'd be cool if it was just it, and like I said, and they were executives, and it was like real, like it really mattered.
Yeah.
Because they were like, fuck, we gotta get ratings. Who are we gonna go? And they'd have like all sorts of statistics and be like,
yeah,
this person's way better. You wouldn't get these stupid ass picks like Bianca Belair, #1 overall. That wouldn't happen.
Chris said DIY to SmackDown, spaghetti to SmackDown, Cross to Raw. Chris also said another NXT. Yeah, Blair Davenport, baby, Ospreay wife. She should have been NXT Women's Champ. Maybe it's because her husband's in AEW. Maybe that's why she's.
Did Spaghetti's wife go over there? Did
Yeah,
her and Indy
yeah,
went over there?
that was the round 5.
Okay.
Remember, it was Pretty Deadly and
Yeah, I just
them,
didn't remember.
Sketty and Indy. Picola says, I just called a streamer Risley Adams. Was that nice?
That's hilarious.
Flirty banter. Risley Adams. Yeah, they've been together for years. Oh, yeah? Blair Davenport and Ospreay? Nice. Chris says Andrade and Ricochet randomly main event. What the fuck? Feels like they should have it on YouTube or Peacock stream it separately. I don't know, something.
Or even do it on X. Or Netflix now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, tune into Netflix for the draft. It matters. Oos. Day 1 Oos. Yeah.
love train. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. NXT Women's Underground match? What? Ew.
It's not Tom Cruise because he does his own.
That's right, bitches.
Pretty handsome. Maybe Brad Pitt.
Dude, you're giving him way too much credit. He's like, okay,
They're
I'll
just
give
getting
you.
excited. It's
Like, I'll give you the opportunity to be cool, but you're not. Loser face. And he has a lisp, so he sounds funnier. It's like Cody out there talking.
He's with Semanity.
Semanity. Oh, Semanity. Robbie's like, big main event. Yeah. You were probably looking forward to it all night or morning. You're just, I can't wait.
This is one I could literally, if the power went out right now, I'd be okay.
Never to see ever.
I'd be like, oh.
Oh, dang
I
it.
wouldn't even say, I wonder what happened. Like, I don't.
Just move on with our lives. True. People's like, did they ever fight each other?
Ricochet and the Stuntman?
Who's they? People, who are they?
What are you talking about, Willis?
Did they ever fight each other? Rico and J-Day. Oh, Ricochet and Jey Uso? I don't know. Maybe. They might have at some point.
Ricochet and who?
And Jey Uso.
Probably. I would assume there was some match somewhere.
Sophie says, we did get some NXT call-ups tonight. Yeah, they happened. Chris says, so Ricochet doesn't wear the Speed Championship to the ring. What the fuck, WWE? You act like he's actually holding the Impact title.
It's very underrated title.
I don't think it means anything except for participation. Sorry. Their fucking shit's gonna take so long for them to come out, they're gonna have no match whatsoever. They're like, we have to give everybody an entrance. Here we go. 12 minutes later. We have a minute to play, guys. Let's go.
Oh, you just look at this filament that I'm thinking of buying. So it's a black and white. So it'll look like that. And then shows you how it looks. And then this one. This one looks really good. It's a little bit more. Isn't that cool? So anyway, we'll have to see how it works. You'll have to get on there. It's 1.75 is the gauge. And it'll do any. That's why I was like, oh, because the other one wouldn't do nylon.
Oh.
And this one will. And nylon's indestructible, basically. You can take a hammer to it. You just have to go slower, obviously.
Sophie says, that means when the draft is over, we won't know the full rosters until tomorrow, since not everybody that was eligible tonight didn't get drafted on TV.
Yeah, we'll find out, right? I posted it on our show after, I think it was Saturday, to so people could know who went on the first night. And then I'll see if I can find it tomorrow and do the same. Once everybody's loaded up.
Chris says, wonder if Liv will come back out and distract Dom.
Why? He's not in the match.
Sophie says, it must stink being drafted online instead of being on TV. I think they're just happy if they are drafted and they're not cut.
Right. Or how many people that got drafted tonight will get cut later.
Yeah, they really
That's
decided to
makeup.
go crazy with that makeup, didn't they?
There's no way that's real because it wouldn't be down in here.
It wouldn't.
I've seen enough fighting to know that.
And they're like, he doesn't even have a goose egg. They couldn't even do that much for him. So it's all flat still.
Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of one in the middle.
I think that's his whole head.
Well, his head's in the middle of the ring.
Sophie says, it sounds like at the NXT arena it was hard for them to hear. Chris says, I know Dom not in the match, but they will lose Dom and get distracted because he is also distracted, aka main roster fuckery. That's a possibility, I suppose.
Ooh. Andrade hasn't been working out with Charlotte.
He hasn't?
No, look at him. He
He's
got
got
soft.
the soft.
Yeah, remember when he was getting all big, strong, trying to keep up with his wife? She's still looking good and doing stuff.
Right.
She's on TV and shit.
It's true.
Being the face.
Sophie says this draft was okay. It was kind of unpredictable, and it stacked the mid-card division of both brands tonight. It really wasn't unpredictable, Sophie. It was pretty predictable.
I mean, there was some changes at least this time.
Some changes, and maybe the only unpredictable was maybe a couple of the NXT picks were a little weird. But otherwise, basically normal shit that WWE does. Oh no. Oh god. Peacock's like, whoa, Damien just flew into the table.
Poor Damien.
Sylvia's like, we won't even know how long Rhea is going to be out injured.
Yeah, we don't know. It's kind of convenient that Dominic's injured at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. They're like, dude, we're not putting you on TV.
Right.
It's like, you do realize that you're garbage, right? Yeah, I get it.
Okay. So it says it sounded like the NXT champions were exempt from the whole champions being protected in the draft thing. None of them got picked, so why would that matter?
The women's tag team champions were eligible and they got picked.
In NXT?
Oh, I didn't know NXT had. What about NXT?
Sophie said it sounded like the NXT champions were exempt from the whole champions being protected in the draft thing.
Yeah, they weren't going to use any of them. Trick wasn't ready. The little girl with the misshapen body that's champion isn't ready. The North American champion isn't ready. Tag team title champions, I don't know who that is.
I don't know who it is either. So he says, did you hear about MJF? It seems like he will be out a lot longer than people predicted. I have no idea. I don't follow him or know anything about his life.
Anything about him or...
Sorry, Sophie.
I don't want to say I don't care about him, but I kind of... There's nowhere for him to go. If he's in AEW, there's nowhere storyline-wise that he fits. In WWE, he's just a low mid-carder. He'd be better off on NXT or Impact.
Mm-hmm.
Or even Ring of Honor if he can't get a job. I like him, but like I said, there's no stories for him. Was he going to come back and wrestle Jay White or something? And then who do you have win that? MJF again?
Right.
So,
True.
well, oh shit, well, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Omega? No, there's nothing there. That makes zero sense. It would take a year to build up to making sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then, who's the other guy that... Will Ospreay?
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing there.
No.
What else we got? I mean, Wardlow, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, but they kind of pulled Wardlow into something else, and maybe he's getting ousted out of that group now. Like,
Right, and
because
he could
he's
get
not
jumped.
one of them.
So he could get jumped. That would work. And then MJF shows up to help him. And then he could wrestle Adam Cole. Because they were setting that up anyways.
Yeah.
So that would work.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what's happening there.
Maybe. Because Dodo Face, he did, like, give him, like, the stink eye. Like, gave Wardlow the stink eye for some reason. Like, ew.
He doesn't like
You're
it.
not one of us. You're too big. We need tiny little men. So he says, but if you have a storyline or feud in NXT, that must be stopped because you got called up to the main roster. Okay.
Damien, that's the champion of the world.
He should be doing better things than what he's doing if he's the champion.
This is
He
what
shouldn't
they
even
do.
be in this.
This is that shit booking that they do. Like, oh, here's our champion. Let's put him in tag team matches. He's done it forever, ever since I've known Tony Khan.
Uh-huh.
He
It's true.
puts his champions in tag team matches, and then they never defend it one-on-one. Very rarely. Ooh, look at that kick. Andrade wants a piece. Do you think they're speaking English or Spanish?
Maybe yelling Spanish at each other. It makes sense.
Is Puerto Rican Spanish the same as Mexican Spanish, or do you think there's some difference?
There's probably different colloquial dialects of it and stuff like that, but it's probably close enough that they could
Oh, I guarantee it.
talk to each other.
Just like if you went to Spain.
It's just
you're
like
Mexican.
Spain and Portugal. Like
Ooh,
Portuguese
That's
is
a lot different.
it's
compared
not
to-
as it is to a certain degree, but you could get by is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like
there's certain words that are the same, but there are enough that you would have to learn that as a language.
well, it's a completely different language, yes, but if you knew Spanish, you could communicate with somebody who spoke Portuguese.
Right, is what I'm saying. It's just it's probably more what the Italian language would have been.
Mm-hmm.
Which Italian and French are all the same. They're all really close.
Right.
Because they all root from Latin,
Yes.
which then comes from Greek.
Yep.
But it's all the same in that era. Like you're calling it by its Greek or Latin word. How much can McDonald's head take? People need to start bringing like balloons. Put his little face on that
Put his face on the big balloon.
with a stick. You know,
JD
like
McDonough.
McDo, or the punching
Old
ones.
McDo. Right?
Except for he's not popular enough, and that would just make him popular. So don't do that. I'd rather see him get cut.
He needs to go.
Bang bang, scissor gang.
Close, but not quite.
Some of these filaments are really cool. I just need some normal, I think.
Oh, it's not going to come with any?
Well, it comes with a sample roll. I don't know what you could possibly make out of it. Plus, you have to almost send the whole thing through, because when they test them all before they sell them. And so all of them, it doesn't matter which one it is, they all have filament in there. And so you have to run through. If not, like say you're making something white, there would be like a black stain on it where the old filament was.
Nice.
I was watching some videos of it. They're like, just make sure you run it for a minute before you start making your masterpiece. I like that one. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
But that one's a little bit more. It's like $30, but that's plenty to do stuff. I don't want to bore you with it. But it's better than the wrestling. Oh, hey, it's over.
It should be.
It's going to be over soon. They're not going over. Raw don't go over anymore. Plus, for this shit.
Drag him into the corner. Like, get over here, bitch.
Put him to sleep,
He's
priest.
like, I need to take my clothes off. I'm going to make an example of him.
That's what you do.
When you want to make examples, you take your clothes off.
He's stripped down.
You just strip.
Basically naked.
Well, when I strip off.
Well, the Lakers are doing good in this game, too. Lakers are going to come back and win this stupid series. Go on to win the championship. Everybody at home is going to be upset.
Right? Bastards.
What's
Oh,
Nick
no,
Doe
he
doing?
got off. He slimed off of him.
Priest in the drop zone?
Oh my gosh. Oh, did you buy that?
Yeah, I bought one of them.
You paid. Did you realize you did pay for other stuff?
I bought 2 things. Hopefully.
No, I meant like you made your payment. Isn't that your?
Yeah, there should be 4 payments total.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just paid my watch and my chainsaw.
Yeah, that's.
I did that earlier today.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Jey Uso putting on a little bit of weight. Don't want to put on too much, buddy. You won't be main eventing anymore. Bloodline. It's over.
Oh man, Jay got him. He killed the
He
Balor
yeeted
boy.
right on his face.
He yeeted his face. Feels like, don't you dare exist that into the universe. Oh, don't you dare exist that into the universe. Then I know for sure the NBA is rigged. The Lakers winning and then winning it all, the whole championship.
This, well, if they win this is the best team. They won the championship last year.
The Nuggets?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. That's crazy, huh? So I said the best player in basketball is that weird, goofy-looking dude that is uncoordinated. That's why I don't understand how the game's played.
That's funny.
People are like, oh, it's really good now. It's like, have you seen it?
Well, we know that Damian Priest is going to keep his title since Jay won tonight. Just kidding. I don't know.
You're right. Tiny Tongan.
Tiny Tonga.
No. Jay doesn't have what it takes to be a world champion.
No.
He doesn't have Roman. He would have to have Roman with him
Right.
for it to make any sense whatsoever.
Too funny. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight for the second night of the draft for WWE. It is now over and complete. Don't forget, they'll probably do more drafting after the fact for, online stuff, throwing in some extras and whoever goes on what not. But otherwise, the draft is pretty much over for live event. What else was it? Oh, the draft takes effect for both of the brands on May 6th. That is actually a week from today.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Me and Travis, or just Travis, who knows? I don't know what Wednesday's going to be like, guys. So Wednesday we'll be back, though. Wrestling Gab will definitely be back to watch Dynamite for you guys to see what happens on there. You guys have a good start to your week. We'll see you then.
All right. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.